Tonight on 8.5-bit, we drink some moonshine, drink some syrup, and drink some motor oil. Welcome, friends of all design, to episode 242 of 8.5-bit, which I'm sure is going to be an episode which isn't really any distinct from any other.
No, it's going to be great.
It'll be good.
It's going to be fantastic.
But it does nothing specifically distinct about it. It might be the most leak-filled episode. Nah, it's just one terrible the biggest cacophony of single leaks episode of them all. That kind of works. I'm your host, Paul, and joining me today are my good friends, James.
Hello.
And Amy.
Hi.
And happy Mother's Day to you all for the weekend.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, I, of course, am the only one among us that is a mother.
Yes.
Yeah.
But,
Mother
of puppies.
I have a fish.
I am a cat mother.
You didn't give birth to it, though.
No,
You
no.
didn't give birth to your puppies.
You fucking prove it. Prove it.
No, I was there. I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was.
So how about
And
these
one's
puppies?
adopted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
It was like the movie. What was the one with
Weird Science.
Schwarzenegger and he
Junior?
got pregnant? Junior. That's what I was thinking of. Not Weird Science. They put some.
Were you thinking about Commando?
They put some puppy embryos into your abdomen, and you birthed them.
Oh, yes.
my
Yeah, it was an
They
atrocity.
actually scratched their way out.
That's terrifying. I don't know if I like that
It was a
one.
little bit Alien. It was a little bit Twilight.
Yeah, we cut the umbilical cord.
'Cause
Turns out it was lower intestine. It was a huge mistake.
Don't they have to turn Belle into a vampire in Twilight? Otherwise, the baby will, like, eat her from the inside
I
out or
think that's
something?
what it
I don't
was.
know.
I remember the girls were just giggling during the sex part.
There was a great rumor for a while that
I wasn't
David
allowed
Cronenberg
to.
was going to do the last movie, and that would have been amazing.
That would have been great.
Yeah, it's like a movie about a baby eating its way out of a woman, and then a grown man falling in love with said baby.
Wait, is that what happened?
Yes.
The father grew in love with the baby and they married, or what?
No. Because, okay, so spoilers for
Spoilers.
Twilight. So because Edward gets Belle in the end, they're like, well, we can't leave Jacob without something to fuck, so how about a baby?
Really?
Yeah, so because it's I think it's Mormonism that it's an analogy for. So one of the ideas they have is imprinting. So he basically just imprints on the baby when it's born. It's like, you're going to accelerate quickly, and once you're old enough to fuck, we will fuck.
Really?
Yeah, it's very romantic.
Oh.
No, are you joking, or is that actually what happened?
I'm 100% serious.
with the Twilight?
The
really?
baby and Jacob imprint so that when she's old enough, and I believe she does grow at an accelerated rate because she's a vampire for some reason.
They were
then
okay
will
with
fuck.
that?
That's the entire love story.
What?
That's love.
I need to read this. I don't believe it.
I once made a GIF of the baby being born and Jacob looking at it, and then it cuts to a certain scene from a Serbian film.
Which one?
If you have not seen a Serbian film,
Oh,
you
okay.
You don't need to know about it.
You sure?
If you haven't been scarred already, remain unscarred. That's the new Paul motto.
Yeah.
If you're not yet scarred, stay that way.
Yeah.
Apparently, the
ignorant.
baby stops at age 6.
It stops at age 6.
Now it's even worse.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, it got dark. Wow. I like how much Cal knows about.
I had the worst.
She stops growing at 6 because she's a vampire.
So you're 6 forever. That's awful.
That is like Interview with a Vampire. But that wasn't that she stopped growing. She was turned when she was a kid.
Yeah.
But I had the worst thought of all time during the week because someone was talking about people that like littles, people that act like little babies.
Oh no, they scare me.
And I'm just like, God, who the hell wants who wants the mind of a child? Like, and then like obviously the other. Oh wait, no, don't finish that thought, Paul, because the other way is much worse, Paul. You don't, because the other way would be body of a child, not of an adult. Which
I mean, some people would like that.
I mean,
there are people out there, Paul.
I mean, like
It scares
if they
me,
just had
but-
stunted growth and they were a very fine person,
Yes.
that could play Mario Kart successfully and had good taste in movies, then I could look over the fact that they were childlike.
Are we going on a list?
Childlike Empress?
Yes.
But was she a child or was she childlike?
I thought she was child.
I'm not sure.
But it did say childlike, but being childlike doesn't exclude you from being a child.
So people on the chat, if you could check if Neverending Story was pedophilic or not with the Childlike Empress. Because it was Neverending Story that's from, isn't it?
Yeah.
Please check that. So if you're not on the Discord and doing this live, this is what you're missing out on. Your input on
gold.
Childlike Empress. So just wait, how's your Mother's Day?
Actually, really uneventful because Mum was working.
Oh.
So we did some stuff with Angeline, Cheryl's mum. But yeah, didn't actually see Mum this weekend. She was working all weekend.
Oh, you're a monster.
Yeah.
Amy?
Yeah. Nothing
Did
really
you
to
make
report.
soldiers with a running egg?
No, we don't really do breakfast in bed, like, ever. That's just gross.
Sometimes I just chuck some cereal at Lisa.
But, but it just gets all in the bed. That's just gross.
Maybe your mother needs to learn to eat. Or give her less spillable foods. Like a crazy straw into a very mushy banana.
We got a really detailed description of what happened with the childlike
Oh,
empress.
thank you. Is it worth reading live or should we just enjoy it in our own time?
I think we'll enjoy it, but thanks,
don't
Cal.
understand
That's very. There's a whole bunch of fantasy names in there, which I didn't even
Yeah.
want to try to pronounce. So unless you want me to try to pronounce names,
Oh, yes, please do.
Oh, okay. So what do we got? We've got
Tammy Stronach.
Tammy Stronach as the childlike empress, to whom Bastian gives the new name Moonchild. Oh, these are just regular names. Patricia Hayes. Actually, it's a listing of who it is. I think Cal just copied and pasted IMDb. IMDb.
Maybe more
IMDb.
Wikipedia?
Or Wikipedia. He did one
I
of
am
them.
Groot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, still,
I'm
thank you for your input on Childlike Empress Cal.
We appreciate it.
So, video games. Mm-hmm. We are in the lead up to E3, which means no news. So, in that
All
spirit,
leaks. No news.
so in that spirit, there was actually quite a lot of news
it was.
happening this
I mean, I'm
week.
excited
Thanks,
because
Walmart.
this is around when Pokemon usually announces something.
Oh,
So
no.
Pokemon and Switch is apparently a thing.
Never again will anything Pokemon ever happen.
No.
No, it's still happening. There's
Oh,
a Pokemon on Switch.
No, surely you jest. and from
Yes.
what I hear,
Yes.
they've done a clever thing by not changing it too much and sticking to the formula.
Well, if they change it too much, then people will get mad.
What I really want is that I hope they really get mad and decide that, you know what, 3D Pokemon is hard, so Pokemon Stadium, which I know still has its fans, but
No, we're going back to some Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap I'm
Yeah.
down for.
Yeah.
Pokemon
See,
Snap's
I'd play
cool.
Pokemon Snap. That's cool.
Because we got Pokken, and doesn't that kind of scratch the stadium
Not
itch?
really. It's
No,
not
it's very
fun.
different.
I wish it had like an actual 2D mode where it was just 2D or just 3D.
I don't,
No, I do.
because I've got.
That's the bit that frustrated me.
got 2D on that thing.
No, but
No,
you don't have
I
a
mean-
2D fighter.
Oh,
No, it's all in 3D,
yeah,
but like
because-
Street Fighter type.
Yeah, I
you play
understand.
Pokken, it moves
Yeah,
between the
okay,
2D
I
and the
understand.
3D
And that just
gameplay.
frustrated me.
I understand.
It's weird. I didn't get it. But it's not for me.
Yeah.
It's for Poke fans.
And fighting fans.
No.
That Venn diagram.
Yeah, in the center.
Yeah.
Okay. So I meant to mention at the beginning, as we've made a habit of talking about the games that were hinted at in the intro. And if anyone got any of those games, good fucking luck to you, because that was pretty obscure.
Sure.
So James will be talking about Immortal Redneck. Amy will be talking about Maple Story 2.
Yay!
And I will be talking about Garage.
I have no idea what that is. I'm looking forward
What
to
an
it.
exciting evening this will
Yeah.
be. A bunch of random things, some new, some not released. And then a bunch of other shit that I played.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
other things.
I was away at the coast for Mother's Day for that
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
So we
How-
spent time at the beach with the dogs because we could take the dogs there. And otherwise, I was playing on the Switch.
I assume you'd
Happy
be playing on the
boys.
Switch.
Yeah, I do like my Switch.
They would have been happy boys.
They were, but there were other dogs there, so they didn't want to stay in the bedroom at night. So we got a good feeling of what it would be to have a newborn that just won't fucking stop. And just like a newborn, I learned to stop him was to tie him up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they both made it back alive, so I assume it went okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So
I just got the idea of doggy shibari in my head.
yes, it was not a bondage tie. It was merely a discipline tie.
Doggy shibari.
I bet Dusty would be up for it.
Oh yes, he's got the foot fetish.
Because it's all about him.
It's
Yeah.
all about Dusty. It's all about me. Okay, so how about we start talking about news, since the news is probably bigger than the games we played.
I guess.
Although they're still good games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not to undersell the games we'll be playing, but there has been some big
So
stuff. this week.
let's pretty much focus on sort of the big sort of thing. I've got my huge pile of paper.
So the
these
big
days.
thing is Spyro is coming out later this year.
Oh, shut the fuck up!
That's my thing.
You know what I can't wait for?
Yes.
I can't wait
Is it Spyro?
for the remake to be fucking shit for some reason.
No,
just
just,
like-
the Switch one to be shit.
Oh, if you get it on the PS4 Pro,
Yeah, it's fine.
perfect.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah,
Solid
yeah.
60.
But it's my thing.
Solid 60 runs them beautifully.
I'm gonna get one then.
Yes.
It'll be fun. It'll be good.
Yeah,
sure
it will
it'll be
be.
fine.
But it's Spyro.
Solid.
It's coming out.
It'll be a solid 6.5 out of 10, just like the original games.
Oh.
Burn. I was playing. Is it the third one where you can do the skateboarding stuff?
I knew you've played the first one.
See, it gets a bit more varied. The first one is
Yeah.
a bit.
It's
I think
more
that's,
and more.
I think that's not going to
samey.
age very well. The later
No.
ones are quite varied.
The
so-
second one was quite battle focused, but then and it had some of the elements of 3, and then 3 was just like all out. All right, here's some of 1 with mini games.
Yeah, lots of mini game stuff. It was almost a good game when I played it.
No. There's no Banjo-Kazooie.
The biggest problem is that it's digital input, so the remake will fix that.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's talk about. So what happened?
Okay,
I'm
things.
just taking out one of these stories, and we'll talk about
All right.
that. So basically, the week began with Canadian Walmart fucking up severely, where they accidentally hit publish on a bunch of pages for E3 games that had not yet been announced, but
Ooh, I
they
didn't
had
hear
been
about this
given the
one.
clue on. Not a particularly surprising list on the whole. Mostly things we knew, with a few ones that were out of left field. Namely, one which was Rage 2 sat there. And the response from most people was Rage 2.
Why?
Okay,
Yeah.
I
Was that
guess.
where, Bethesda was that Bethesda?
Bethesda are publish Rage.
Yeah, okay, because I remember seeing something on
Bethesda bought
Twitter.
id. So then the id account, I think it was the Rage account, opened up on Twitter again and made some cheeky comments about you've got the wrong art and you've got the wrong typeface and this is A for effort and all that stuff, which basically confirmed it existed. And then a couple of days later, the teaser trailer leaked. So they said, well, the teaser trailer comes out tomorrow, and I guess since everyone knows, we'll do the actual gameplay trailer the day after.
Yeah, 'cause
I
why not?
assume all this stuff was supposed to happen at E3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And now
sad.
it's just all out. I mean, they could have just waited. I mean,
Yeah.
so I suppose they just decided to ride the hype as it went.
Yeah.
So we went from no one talking
Rage.
about Rage 2 to
Yeah.
it being
Yeah.
possibly leaked. Because that's the thing. It's like, even though it was like they put up these pages that were blank, there was no details on any of them. They're just placeholder pages. It still could have been bullshit.
They still could have.
They could have just said nothing and let it
go.
Stay silent.
Yeah, because I mean, companies make up pages for prospective games all the time. It doesn't mean they actually exist. It just means they have a placeholder. to
I'm
put
sure I can
stuff.
find a Half-Life 3 pre-order somewhere.
Of course, you can.
EB Games has pre-order placeholder things that you can actually pre-order for future. It's just called Pokemon or Fire Emblem
next
for
one.
Switch.
Yeah. Next one, we know
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
will happen.
Yeah.
But what if they didn't? What if they said no more Pokemon?
It would make me
You're done,
very
that's it.
sad.
They're changing it to Kokopon.
What's Kokopon?
That's the new
Yeah.
Pokemon. They invert the colors. It's radical. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. But your Pokemon next order doesn't count for it. They just keep the money.
Sure.
So now we know what Rage 2 is, which is kind of exciting, which is, from what I can tell, it's actually mainly led by Avalanche Studios. So, Just Cause and Mad Max. And we have got a Mad Max style game, really, open world adventure with lots of vehicle combat, and then id style first person shooting in it, which hopefully has members of the Doom team working on it, so we get that same sort of feel. It's not what's the id Tech 5?
It's using the
not id
Avalanche
Tech 5.
engine.
It's on the
Apex or something
yeah,
like
Apex.
that? Yeah.
So it's not on id Technology. It's on their
That
technology.
surprised me.
Yeah, I thought it would probably be on it, but I
like-
guess maybe that's not really made for open world, as it were.
Probably not. Yeah, that says to me that Avalanche probably have a fair bit of control.
They're probably
over what's
leads on
going
it,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more punk. It's a little bit more overtly silly.
There's a lot more color.
Yes, they've got a lot of almost like what's when you do like the what are the dye days where everyone throws color at each other, color festivals.
Yeah.
Stuff. There's a name
Color,
for it.
Color Run.
Yeah,
Color runs,
a
that
bit
sort
like
of stuff.
color run.
Yeah. Like literally, I think sometimes in the trailer when you shoot people, basically puffs of
it'll be
of
bright
colored-
orange or
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
It get a little bit of almost Borderlands feel from it
So no.
in terms of color palette.
No. It's good.
No.
No, I can't say Borderlands isn't good. It had a fabulous art style. I just got a bit sick of it. I thought, looking at this, they were only 2/3 of the way there.
You want to
'Cause-
go full silly?
No. They were one company short.
Oh, what's the other company?
So we've got id doing shooting, which they're generally is historically very fucking good at.
Yeah, Doom had some good shooting.
We've got Avalanche doing an open world space and vehicle combat, which they're undoubtedly very good at. But in open worlds, I'd have to say Avalanche don't actually do a lot of interesting systems that interact and create interesting scenarios most of the time.
That's where Bethesda comes in and adds all their Skyrim.
No.
Oh, what do you got, Paul?
They needed Monolith.
Oh.
They needed the Nemesis system.
What about?
They needed to have randomly generated
like
crews of
the hierarchy
post-apocalyptic. No, not even have the hierarchy. Just literally have randomly generated like we're a new team of scrappers. We're the toilet gang.
The toilet gang.
It's like if they beat you, they become more powerful, and if not, they're just wiped off the fucking map. It's like,
I was going to say Nintendo because they had some pretty good open world for Zelda.
yeah, but Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo have a lot of systems, but they don't have so much stuff that will intersect you.
Oh no!
Well, that's what Monolith did. Like they were straight up. You're just trying to like do a thing, and someone jumps out from behind a rock and says,
remember me?
I'm from 12 hours ago. Fuck you." Which I mean, with this kind of silly punk thing, could be really fun.
Yeah.
And not obviously not in this game, but I was like, as soon as I was seeing it, I was like, man, I don't know what your moment to moment will be between set missions, because I assume most of the id stuff will be kind of design scenarios.
Because they showed a lot of what the art's going to be.
Yeah.
They showed what the combat's going to be, even though it's quite quick cuts.
Yeah, it's a trailer.
But you can still tell, there's a fair bit going on. But yeah, what's going on outside of that, I have no idea. They also didn't, there was no mention of multiplayer or anything like that.
No. Which,
I don't know if it's going to be there. At first I thought, okay, I expect there's going to be some kind of co-op in there. But now I don't know, because Avalanche.
They have historically been terrible at integrating their own multiplayer. They normally let the fans
let the fans do the multiplayer, yeah.
So one of the things that was a good sign to me is one of the things I don't like about a lot of modern first-person shooters is that when they get hard, it makes the game boring. Because it's always, I had the same thing with God of War. We were talking about it where if the enemy's too hard, you stop engaging with it properly, you cheese it.
Yeah.
You stay back, you take cheap shots, blah, blah, blah. And Doom is like the modern antithesis of that, where they said, it's hard, you better get right in their fucking face then, because that's the only way you're going to survive if you get right up there and set. So the one thing that I noticed happen quite regularly in this trailer was there'd be like 30 enemies on screen and you would just be in open facing them directly.
Yeah. There's a lot of mobility.
Yeah, which is not something that, like, it's not something you do in Far Cry. It's not something you do in most first-person shooters because you have your ass shot off. So if they are allowing that sort of scenario, then, okay, it's probably not Doom systems, and hopefully it isn't just Doom systems because we've got that already. But hopefully they're encouraging you to be aggressive and be out there more, which is what I want more of in first person, because I'm sick of hiding. I'm sick of crawling around.
I don't mind it every now and then.
I don't mind it.
You're right that it is
I'm going to be a
standard.
stealth archer.
Yeah. that is the kind of the de facto standard of...
Yeah, like I think... I actually, when I was thinking about Far Cry recently, the latest one, and I think I've come around in my head that I think it's a bad game. Like, obviously, that's with caveats there. Like, it's a fucking great game, but I think overall it's not successful. Partly because I fell totally off it once I stopped playing it, because it had...
I mean, I loved it and I wouldn't disagree.
Yeah,
there are serious problems there.
There's nothing to really captivate you once you stop just having just general fun with it. But I kind of think it would have been better if Far Cry was more of a stealth game. Because they certainly have those systems there.
Yeah, well, it kind of, when you get to the more in-game content that's there, that's kind of what it is. Like, it's like... It's a sort of a game that if you don't want to stealth, you don't have to. But that's really what they built it for. Yeah,
but because when I just feel like as soon as shit breaks out, and all the time that's because I choose to make it break out, the gameplay becomes quite uninteresting. Yeah. It's like, I'll just stand here and I'll shoot things as they pop up and that's it then. And maybe something cool will happen, like a plane will come down, but I'll probably just hide under a roof.
Yeah, where like Rage 2 looks like mechanically it's just built around that pacing of combat where you are going in loud.
Yeah, hopefully, because I don't think historically Avalanche have been great at combat.
No, well, I've actually never really enjoyed a Just Cause game.
No. I enjoyed them briefly.
Yeah, I enjoyed them for a little bit. And
They're fun, Just Cause.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm funny.
Because I think that the silliness is also a little bit too much for me. And I think Rage 2, it's not quite their regular level of silliness. Okay. I should really jump back and check out Mad Max.
Yeah.
Because I've got it, but I
haven't
actually
played it. Just Cause, but I've seen my brother play it. And it's just... insane. Like, I'm going to jump off here with a parachute on.
Just Cause is very much a make your own fun game.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But
not my kind of game.
I wish it gave you a little bit more interest. Like, I think wish more interesting things would happen to you, not you cause more interesting things. Like, both are good. And I want both of them in there. So yeah, that was the big fuck up of the week, and showing that, and hopefully that turns out well.
Yeah, it's looking positive.
I'll tell you what, that's all I really want to say. Oh, since we mentioned Borderlands, Borderlands 3 has some news about E3.
Bum, bum.
It's not going to be there.
Oh, okay. I'm a bit surprised. I thought it would.
Yeah, it seems like
I didn't
it's
even
time.
know there was a third one.
Well, it's not. It's not. It's
the fourth one because of pre-sequel.
It's not announced, but it's been openly discussed for a long time. It's like, yeah, of course we're working on the thing we're working on.
You prints them the money.
Yeah, of course. I mean, after Battleborn, they would like some money.
They want some more money, please. I'm sure they're
Money,
sitting on a
please.
giant pile of cash from Borderlands, but they want to make sure that pile of cash stays big.
Yeah. Not like Battleborn.
Oh, that was a sick burn.
Poor Battleborn. Okay.
They just released it at such a bad time.
No, it was a bad game.
That both. Overwatch just beat it.
Yeah, well,
Isn't it basically Overwatch? That's what I guess.
No. And that
it's
was
more of a MOBA.
and that was part of its problem because it was seen as a competitor for Overwatch.
Yeah,
but
I was confused. Also, when I think I played like a witch or something in the open beta. It's like I'm not doing any damage.
I played a little bit of it. It was okay, but by the time I was playing it, there wasn't really much of community there. And,
Yeah.
Shrug.
Speaking of Overwatch, they've got their anniversary celebration on the 22nd of May.
And what does that entail?
They're unlocking all skins to be unlocked. So, like, you're able to get them all in the boxes and stuff.
so
Which is
all of the time-limited ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
God, they're going to make so much fucking money.
Yep.
Holy shit, they're going to sell a lot of loot boxes.
I will also admit they
You spend a lot of money on loot boxes?
one-time thing. So basically,
You bought one $1,000 purchase.
let me talk. So Blizzard's been doing like a breast cancer thingy. So they released a special skin for one of my favorite characters, Mercy. So it's a pink Mercy. She's all dressed up like a magical girl. $25. It goes all towards the Breast Cancer Foundation, which I thought was super cool.
You bought it, didn't you?
But if that's like Pink Ribbon, then Pink Ribbon is like a shitty cancer.
Oh, no. It's a different one. It's like a
But
different
if
one.
it's pink, they'll get sued because she literally sues
Yeah.
people over using the color pink. Oh no, you might have supported bad breast cancer.
No, it's a good one.
Yes, remember, always support cancer
Yeah.
research.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is
And
a
not-
research one.
and not
Yeah.
cancer awareness.
Yes,
because you know what? I think people know about it.
Yeah.
No, Mum likes buying her breast cancer T-shirts and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
What's the other one? I think it's autism awareness. That's another one of the
Yeah, awareness.
where they're all about like kind of anti-autism stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like
it's
I think it
fixing the autism kids.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, poor
There, you got to be
kids.
careful with your charities.
Yeah.
You actually
That's
do want
why
to
I
research
don't really
them.
support any at the moment. I just can't. I can't.
Well,
manage
you're
the
also
goods.
poor.
Not that bad. I can buy Pikachu DSs.
Okay, support. Then you're awful for not supporting a charity.
Yep. That's basically it. I'm the worst. I walk past the people in the city with their little tins and stuff. I'm like, oh, I don't have any change on me.
You never buy a big issue.
No, I haven't. I almost did once because there was this guy at the bus station. He was putting on a big song and dance type thing. So he had his guitar out. It was doing a big song and big dance. It was great. Yeah.
I love your description of his big song and dance. He did both a song and a dance.
Because Mum uses that to say like, oh, someone's having a big tantrum or something. Like, oh, they put on a big song and dance about such and such.
That is typically its usage.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah. Let's make a big show of something.
That works.
Yeah.
Whatever. Who
No,
cares?
I enjoyed
tried.
it. You did well. Okay, so we talk about a video game. James.
Yes.
Hi, James.
I am very interested in hearing your thoughts on this little video game called Immortal Redneck. It's not connected to Redneck Rampage.
No. But
Is it about rednecks?
It is 100% about rednecks.
Some people consider rednecks a hate term.
Yeah, so this game, the title I think is kind of terrible. Because, or at least for me, I saw the name. But this game's been out for a little while. I've been playing on Switch. It just came out, but I think it's been out on Steam since like.
I think it's been on Steam for a little while.
Don't look
Yeah.
at me. I don't know.
Yeah, I think since like February or something like that. And when I saw the title, like Immortal Redneck, like that doesn't.
It sounds fun.
Yeah, and then I see roguelike, and I'm like, okay.
Is that the one you were comparing to Rogue Legacy?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'm interested.
So I got a kind of key for Switch, so I kind of played it. Now, I traditionally don't like roguelikes. that much. Not really my thing.
Yeah.
And I put it on my Switch and I open it up and it's real blurry. Like running on this hardware, not looking so great.
So I was kind of, it's not good blurry.
Did not like give me the best first impression. Doesn't look so great. But I was like, no, I'm gonna keep playing.
What year is it?
This year, 2018.
It came out
April 2017. It came out.
Oh, okay.
On PC.
Oh, okay, Jesus. So yeah, it's been out for a while.
I think it came out February on PS4.
Yeah. Okay, cool, cool. All right, there we go. So out for a while. And okay, so not the best impression, but now I've been playing this thing for a while. And in this game, you play basically a mummy redneck who goes into
a mummy redneck.
Yeah, so you're a mummy redneck who's foul-mouthed mummy redneck who goes into pyramids, and they're randomly generated.
Pyramids.
When you die, there's 3 pyramids to go through. When you die, you basically go at the beginning, and then that's where it becomes Rogue Legacy, where you've got a certain amount of money, you go to your literal skill tree, you then level up, get more powerful, unlock.
So you let your little baby rednecks into the thing? Is that how it is?
No, it's just one. You're just one redneck.
Oh, okay,
You are one redneck.
But you revive at the pyramids.
Yeah, so you're basically
She's an immortal redneck.
Yeah.
Redneck. I get it, yeah.
And now one of the things that I've really liked about this, one of the problems I've had with a lot of roguelikes, is that each run, I tend to not... I see the repetition too much, and I don't really want to keep exploring it. This one, it finds its nice mix of... It does reuse the same content. And this is where the Rogue Legacy comparison comes in. Because Rogue Legacy uses pre-constructed sections that it chunks together.
Yeah.
But because there's enough variation in the way you play it, again, the experience tends to be different.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what this one does. So you've basically got the redneck kind of like your base class that you start with, but you very quickly unlock additional classes.
Yeah.
Each of the classes gives you different weapons and different passives and different active abilities. So the redneck, it's like, wow, he's got like a shotgun and a pistol and something else I never use.
So when a redneck dies, does it become a blue neck?
No, he stays red.
Okay.
He's got the attitude of a redneck.
No, like
He's foul-mouthed. He swears a lot of cussing in this game.
Ooh.
Yeah, he
I
actually...
thought you were a woman.
No.
I thought you said you were a mother
mummy.
redneck.
Oh, like a mummy, like a wrapped up mummy.
Oh,
I get it. I get the pyramids now.
You're a mummy redneck.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so
we're
you're
all on the fucking right chain now,
okay, so
Jesus.
you're a redneck who is visiting Egypt.
And you get turned into a mummy.
You're Tom Cruise.
And you're caught by cultists and turned into an immortal mummy.
Oh,
That's the premise.
okay. Yeah, I got the wrong mummy.
Yeah, it was like Mother's Day.
Yeah,
Mummy's
I can
Day.
see why there was a Mother's Day conversation earlier. It's.
I thought it was quite progressive to have a female redneck as the main character.
No.
Yeah.
So the So the more I've played it now, and now I've unlocked about 2 other. They're kind of classes, but they're basically like gods you can pledge yourself to. But they just
like Anubis and stuff.
Yeah, like the Sekbet.
Yeah.
And some other ones.
Yeah.
Like the play style is very different depending on which one you pick. On top of that, then there's random scrolls as you play, which will just do random stuff to the game. So they can be beneficial or they may not. My favorite combination was I got one scroll which was full heal, full ammo. The next one was 75% health. Sorry, 25% health, double your money, and I had fuck all money. I was like, oh, damn you, game. But because these runs are quite short, I'm like, that was just an interesting little thing to happen. And I kind of like got just enough health to kind of keep going. And there's been runs where I've gone through where I've just thought, this is kind of...
I love in roguelikes because multipliers are very common pickups in roguelikes where it's you've used all of a resource to get to something and it's a multiplier of the resource you've just used up.
But then I have found that there's also like I'll be on a crappy run and then it's like, oh, suddenly I'm like, oh, this is a good run. Like it changed. Like now it's become a good run. I'm like, oh, now I give a shit.
Are you going to start understanding Binding of Isaac soon?
I might.
Yay!
One step at a time. Well, I think what separates this for me personally from... Because roguelikes mostly are platformer or top-down or even like FTL. Like, you don't really get that many shooter roguelikes.
No.
Like, there are some, but this is... I don't think they're particularly common. And this...
There were... the first-person one I was thinking I played was that... was it Paranormal Activity? The one that the guy got kicked off Steam?
And they tend to be very kind of arena combat. And this one, each room is an arena.
Yeah.
So the way it works is you enter a room, all the doors will lock.
And like Tower of Guns and stuff like that, they all sort of work. It's like room by room you tend to go.
Yeah. But
so it's actually first person. It's not like
it's all first person. It's all first
okay.
person. But each room won't necessarily just be about killing everything. There's not puzzles, but there might be like a chess room where you have to figure out kind of jump to the top, or it might be time to get somewhere or something. Or like I've started to discover things like platforms which throw to the side of the room and things like that. So it doesn't feel like I'm just walking to a room. Here's wave.
Yeah, it's not just wave after wave.
And
which is what turns me off a lot of first
you'll see,
ones.
but you'll see like a progress bar at the top when you walk into a room, and when that's emptied, all the enemies are dead.
Oh, cool.
That room's clear, and you can go and explore.
So you can just sort of jump around, or do you have to actually kill him to lower the progress bar? Or...
You have to actually kill them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the variety of enemies is great. Like you kind of have 3 weapons. Each weapon will have a particular thing it's good for. Like the redneck had dynamite. That was the third one. So you've basically got one which is good for long shots, one the shotgun which is good for close range, and then you've got the dynamite which is good for swarms.
Yeah.
And so you really have to kind of like strategically pick which one is the best for what you're doing. Now on the Switch version, it gets to use the old tilt aim, which feels real good.
I do love the tilt aim.
Yep. And also I have to say it's got amazing auto aim. Yeah. I actually say it's probably got close to Destiny level of control.
Okay, because most of the first-person stuff I've played on the Switch so far, other than Nintendo, where it has the gyro aim, has just been, especially on the normal controllers, they feel real awkward most of the time. I don't like them.
I much prefer playing this game with a pro controller.
Yeah, I mean, normally that sort of thing is still good.
So last night I was like, I'll just play one game. All right, one more. Just one more. I played for probably like about an hour and a half. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll go to bed. But I'll just take the Switch, take it upstairs. One more game. Just like, and that's how and you notice I've been talking about all the stuff in the game. I have not mentioned the blurry graphics since. And this is like my immediate impression of it, which the graphics are a bit blurry. Don't care.
Yeah.
I honestly don't give a shit.
Because I saw it's being advertised to me, and when they were first asking for a key, I was like, I don't think we really have time. It doesn't quite seem up to like I'll have enough. So when you asked for a key, I was kind of like, okay, well if James is interesting, that's cool. And then your initial impressions were not good.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of what I expected. And then the next day, you're like, I love this fucking game.
Yeah. 6 hours later.
Yeah.
And I think because the shooting feels so good, and it's one of those games where I don't feel too restricted by the controller like I would like mouse and keyboard, because there's sometimes I go into a room and I will be running, jumping. It's got kind of like a vaulting system which is quite snappy, so you're always kind of climbing up things.
Nice.
There's sometimes a bit of platforming, but it's not too bad. And I'm just like I would like clear a room. And I'd be like, wow, I can't believe I just did that. Like I felt there's enough agency in my controls. And that's where I think it's got just the right amount of auto aim. That's why I kind of liken it to Destiny, where I think Destiny does an amazing job at making you feel like you're far more competent than you actually are. And this game
you start playing Overwatch.
And then you start playing another shooter and you're like, oh, I'm terrible. But you don't see it. Like it's all like this invisible crutch. And so it's sort of like if I swing to shoot to someone with a pistol, and they're roughly in the middle of my screen, there's a good chance that it's going to hit them, right? Like there's just that right amount of auto aim. There's also there's no need for headshots or anything like that. In fact, it explicitly tells you, like in the tips, like don't
headshots are meaningless.
Yeah, like don't aim for the head. Mummies don't have brains. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's more about picking the right weapon rather than the actual aiming.
Yeah.
And you've generally got enough where, like, if you're trying to snipe someone off in the distance, you can kind of pull out your pistol, aim, and then kind of like use a little tilt to kind of get it just right, and just like it feels good. So I've been very pleasantly surprised by this one. It's the first roguelike I played that I will go home and play more of this game.
I'm so excited for you, James.
I haven't got through the first pyramid yet. I've gotten halfway, I think, the furthest.
You're coming to the dark side.
Because there are bosses in this as well. Like, I've looked at some of the trailers for it, and like there are some big bosses that you get to eventually. It'll
be interesting to hear how they play. Bosses can make or break stuff like that. Sorry, I was just looking up something for a story coming up because I couldn't remember all the details.
Oh no.
Good. Very good. And the character of the redneck is surprisingly, I don't know, like
charming?
Okay.
Okay.
I think because I wasn't expecting there to be quite as much actual swearing as there was. Like, he drops F-bombs all the time.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so I was kind of expecting it to be a bit kind of reserved in, like, actually the delivery of, like, how kind of rough this guy is. But no. It's like, it's not like... I don't think it's over the top, but... Is it
a rough... but I was thinking, is it also like a making fun of dumb rednecks kind of thing?
Not really.
Because that was always the sort of... Because redneck can be a pretty derogatory term.
It's like, it doesn't feel mean-spirited. It's more like... You know, like whenever you go into the temple and you have to give up all your money, you like talk about like the fucking tax man or something like that. Yeah, and like probably like the most derogatory it gets is that because he talks about it being like Kansas, and like in one of the tooltips is yes, we know it's like Kansas, like so like there's a good sense of humor to it as well, but it doesn't feel mean with what it's doing. Yeah, so yeah,
not that I'm too worried about the term redneck, but I just think it's an interesting thing.
No. But they could have gone like the redneck rampage way.
Which I don't think lands these days.
No.
But hey, I still have fond memories of those moonshine drinking idiots. Got to stop them aliens. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I if you're going to pick a platform to play it on, I might even say like PS4 or something like that. Like, just because it still would be nice if it looks good. Or
but
PC.
what about the handheldness?
But yeah,
it just matters
if you, what
depends,
you want it for.
I think don't be turned off by the technical limitations of the Switch, because honestly, after like half an hour,
it doesn't matter
anymore. You don't care. Like the moment to moment is so much fun that I just don't care.
Yeah, and that's always the argument with all power for all things. It's like, yes, things that are impressive are very impressive, but once you get into the game, that stops mattering so much.
I was actually thinking about that old kind of graphics don't matter kind of mantra, and I think I like in games, and I think like as I've gotten more into games, like making them, like I'm like no, graphics are really important. Like it's a whole package.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's a huge part of it.
I know it used to be like back when we were like in high school, it was almost like this elitist thing of like, oh, you care about the graphics. What do you say?
I only play pixel games.
I only play the original Elite.
Yeah. But there is still something for that. Like this game manages to kind of punch through its kind of limited kind of presentation on the Switch and still be super, super fun.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the aesthetics and presentation matter. It's just the level of technical ability of it doesn't necessarily matter.
When I was playing it, I was thinking, if I was playing this 5 years ago, this would look amazing.
Yeah.
It's just that now I've got a high PC, I'm playing Destiny 2, and I'm like...
It's always moving fucking goalposts.
Yeah.
Anytime someone's got a development cycle of, actually, here, I'll use this as a... I'm just going to slip in some news announcement randomly today.
Fine.
Such as if you announce S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, which will be released in
S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2.
2021, is its... why announce it? Why announce it? It's fucking...
So how long was S.T.A.L.K.E.R 1 in development for? Because I know it was gone. It was in
for
for
a
a while,
while.
yeah. And I always thought it was such a strange license to make a game series out of, like arty Russian film.
Oh, it's the book's Roadside Picnic, so it's a book. But the S.T.A.L.K.E.R is the name from the movie. But it's not really. It's not based on the movie at all. It's based. No,
it's
on
weird because
they
named it off the movie, but it's not really anything to do with the movie.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I suppose it's a better name than Roadside Picnic. That's what it was, wasn't it? It's something picnic.
Yeah, something because it's like aliens come down and land and.
Well, it's like an analogy for Chernobyl, but making 2021 get set for that S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. Oh, we've got to get on the pre-E3 news release cycle to announce something that's not going to be out for minimum 3 years.
Yeah, what's that?
That.
That
the thing we we're just talking about.
Okay.
It was really important for them to get that news out now, not to be overshadowed by the games coming out this year. Let's put everything on fucking hold. For niche Russian...
It's going to be a Battle Royale game too. Man. You know what? S.T.A.L.K.E.R Battle Royale. Come on. You thought about it.
Oh, that'll be... Yeah. Like, so what I've heard, like... Because I'm not into Battle Royale.
Yeah.
So PUBG versus Fortnite. People that... Like, Fortnite just does not have the tension of PUBG because PUBG is a little bit slower paced. It's a bigger area. It's less compact. It doesn't push you into combat so much more. Well, if it gets S.T.A.L.K.E.R, it'll make... S.T.A.L.K.E.R makes... PUBG look like Fortnite.
Yes.
Because it'll just be like, I've been sitting on this hill for 3 weeks.
Speaking of Fortnite, they had it on 9 News tonight.
I actually saw that story too.
Yeah.
What did the bastion of of news say?
It was actually fine.
Oh, okay, that's good.
It was almost a mental health story, I thought, but it was just presented really weirdly. I thought.
Basically, they wanted to say the word Fortnite as much as possible.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's how they trend.
So, like, Fortnite, the thing all the kids are playing, the warning about Fortnite. We've got a psychologist and all this. It's like, what's going on?
They had some footballers on how they're addicted, and one person in Canada, had got carpal
baseball
tunnel.
player, Basically, it ran it up to them saying, if you're a parent, monitor what your kids are doing. And make sure
I like the junk food analogy, though.
Yeah, they're just like, be aware, limit them. It's like,
So basically, basic parenting
advice.
Yes.
Well, good job, Channel 9.
At one point, there was, some people can do it. So it's so addictive they don't even get up to go to the bathroom. I'm like, well, that could be anything.
Yeah.
And also, you can just pick it up and
sometimes
play it on your phone. You can play it.
I enjoy lying in bed so much. I don't go to the bathroom.
Is that where you weighing up the pros and cons of whether or not you want to relieve your bladder?
Yeah.
See, I come down on relieving
morning.
the bladder because I know afterwards I will be very thankful I did it. And
was
also,
if I'm awake, the dogs are awake.
Yeah.
And then the dogs go like, we want to go to the bathroom. I'm like, well, while I'm up, I may as well. So they solve the problem for me these days.
I was like that this morning. I was like, oh, it's so warm in bed. But I've got to get up and go to the bathroom. And as soon as I get up, I can't go back to bed because I'll go to sleep. And I can't do that because I've got to go to work.
The worst thing is when you're sitting there and you're like, I don't want to get to the bathroom. It's so warm in here. So you decide just to piss yourself in bed. And then it just starts getting cold. And you're like, oh, shit, well, now I've got to get up. So that's why you shouldn't piss the bed, people.
Years ago when I busted my leg, and I had to stay overnight in the hospital.
Yes.
And I couldn't get out. So they actually had like this special little jug.
Yeah.
That you could put your junk in and you just pee into it while in bed.
I was confused for a second when you say you put your junk in. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're talking about the piss bottle, James.
Yeah.
Don't put your keys and wallet in.
No. My willy in.
I just dropped my keys and wallet. And then some guy walked in and started pissing in my jug.
And I got to use it once, and I remember afterwards, because I just got to I got to pee without getting out of bed. I realized that if I own one of these things, that would be the end. That would be it. It's like, nope, James, that's it. You're now completely bedridden.
Yep.
Your life is now bed. That's it.
So up until that point, even just that object in particular,
yes.
you somehow had avoided that, but you'd also just avoided the concept of pissing into a bottle.
Yes.
Like that just had never entered your life.
This was you to me. This was an amazing magical experience, and the thing that sucked is once I'd done it once, I got the joy of the bottle. They wouldn't let me do it again because now it's like no, you have to show me that you can get out of the bed. So it's like 3 a.m. I need to pee. I've had major surgery on my leg, and they won't even let me use the stupid bottle. It's like I saw the color so beautiful that it made all other colors seem dull. Then? I don't know. They didn't have the women's model because the guy's model was like super easy to use.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like there was
whenever
no
that kind
there.
of thing's mentioned, I'm like, how did the ladies do it?
It's basically like a shiwi. You can still lady it up.
A what?
You don't know shiwi? It's a little device you carry with you so you can piss like a man.
Oh, so it's like a little funnel?
Yeah, it's like a little funnel you hold in front of your pubis just so you pee into it and it goes out.
You too can just have the joy of standing and peeing. It's amazing.
So I
want it.
I am so shocked at your lack of imagination that the concept of pissing into a receptacle just what?
It opened my mind to the world.
Did you know you can piss onto a tree?
Oh no, that's amazing.
That's like I'm just making sure that you knew
Oh,
because at this point I don't know.
No, I mean I have...
Oh no, Amy, seriously, even without the shiwi, you just need a good killer angle. You just lean
it's
back.
the angle. That's the problem.
Yeah, you got to lean back, like you just arch. Like I'll show you how.
And then you get some of your jeans. Ugh.
It is difficult whilst wearing jeans. True, it's hard to just flop out a vagina.
It's hard to aim a urethra.
Yeah.
We do have a handle.
I don't know. It's like
we need a deep dive into this.
I think it's the red pill post. So if you have sex with more than 6 penises, your vagina turns into flapping things. So I'm just imagining
This is news to me on both what I'm assuming is the reality of the thing and also the MRA stuff.
It's also what some people who've been brought up religiously think as well. So it's one of those abstinence type things.
If you have too much sex, you'll have a flappy vagina.
I'm just imagining wings now.
Look, without a deep dive, there is an old lady friend I had that had extremely long labia, and It was fine.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd say it was great. So no shame any people out there that have...
You're not labia shaming. You know,
No.
the start of this
They're all
episode, Paul,
beautiful.
you said
You
this
fly away.
there'd be nothing special
About this
about this
episode.
episode. How wrong you have been, sir. How wrong you have been.
Okay,
But
well,
imagine if you could spread them out so much to become wings.
well, we had and this isn't quite labia, but we always had the dream of someone that had matted, like grown out their armpit hair so long, and then matted it to their pubic hair, so that they could just throw their arms out and glide like a sugar glider.
I like that
I think
one.
we called it the pubic glider. Yeah,
I like that one.
pubic glider away.
Superpower.
What a superpower.
I just imagine just the...
along with Mr.
What, Paul? You started
prolapse
something.
prostate.
Oh, Mr. Captain Prolapse Prostate.
Does he have a tail?
No, his power was just immense self-pleasure.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, what were we talking about?
Video games.
That
Immortal Redneck.
Yeah, Immortal Redneck.
Immortal
That's what it was
Redneck.
called.
Immortal Redneck. It's better than a prolapse prostate.
Is it?
I actually can't.
I'd imagine it would hurt. Would it?
I don't know.
We don't know because it was quite... We pitched it to someone once and they...
Did you go on Shark Tank, though?
See, I thought they were on our level. And it was at that point where I realised
No.
they weren't quite on our level. James and I are special, apparently. Okay,
I say that to people.
let's talk about some more video game stuff.
Yes, I love video games.
Nintendo have started to detail the
Nintendo.
amazing online service called the
Yes.
Nintendo Switch Online. And it is...
Confusing.
Well, not so much confusing as kind of what we expect, which is
pay,
not
Yeah.
much.
I pay $20 a year and I can play online and I get NES games every now and then.
I'm happy with $20 a year.
Kind of. So,
Yeah, I'm alright with it.
So the $20 a year so these are US prices. So it's $3 a month, $8 for 3 months, or $20 for a year.
Yeah, I kind of
I'm
think
happy
they're
with
selling themselves a bit
$25 a
short.
year,
I feel like they could do more. and people-
No, don't say that.
Yes, but they'd have to offer something.
Yeah.
That's true.
So what are they offering? Cloud saves. Well, good. Thank
Oh.
you. Finally, fucking.
That's-
Well, I guess that
that's
means
all I want.
when I get my Switch 2, my new Switch, I can get my stuff over to it.
yes.
And new
So
Switch.
thank you.
So
New
that,
Switch.
that'll be good. They got online saves, so you'll be able to play your games online.
Are they doing the virtual games? Like the library? Or
So virtual console
isn't a thing?
they announced that virtual console isn't a thing and made some people go crazy, like, oh my
some
god,
reason.
it's not there. They're just not using the fucking name.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
you looked at the store? There's so many
Oh, there's
things that
so
are
much
virtual
on there
console
anyway.
on there.
Yeah.
They just haven't decided doing so part of the online system is that you also get access to a library of NES games which have been updated
Yeah.
to have
Oh,
some
just
modern
NES.
Yes, just NES. I think it's 20 games they're giving you.
Okay, that's not bad. $1 a month.
That library will
$1
be
game.
extended, but the continuing details of that we don't know.
I'm happy. It's like
I mean-
$1 a game basically for rent.
Yeah, but also I'm not going to play.
I
myself.
don't play. NES
I've got
games, but-
Balloon Flight. I play it once every 6 years and go like, yep, that sure exists.
I'd enjoyed it.
I'm
Enjoyed
just
it.
wondering at that price point. I just feel like if they could sell it for more, like, is the sticking point the fact of value or the fact they're charging in the first place? It just seems like a weird value. Going,
Yeah.
it's $20. Like, I mean, it's cool. I'm glad it's so low.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, especially for what they're offering.
Yeah.
Because they're still there. And also,
you gotta
voice chat, still on the mobile app.
But you go back to like the original Xbox Live, or and even PSN, where it's like just users get multiplayer, and that was it.
Yeah, but PSN wasn't charged. You
Oh,
know?
no, sorry,
No.
Xbox Live. Let's
Yeah.
go to Xbox Live.
Just
yeah.
Xbox Live,
That-
yes.
yeah.
But Gold also, when it was first a paid thing, their servers were the best, most reliable servers around. Nintendo, whilst have come strides,
Nintendo.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the original Xbox one that had party chat,
I'm pretty sure it did too. Yeah,
you still can't fucking
Yeah.
talk to people properly on the Switch.
Can you get sound through USB-C?
Well, you certainly can. Through that USB-C, I
Yeah,
don't know
actually.
so.
I was just
Where is
thinking
the
they could
headphone?
release...
Does this have it
Yeah,
mic
a
in?
little on top.
Yeah, it's a headphone jack on top.
Okay.
I was just thinking they could have a little dongle on
As
the bottom.
far
Like
as
a
I
small one.
know, it's only two poles, so it can't do mic. Maybe it's 4 poles. I had to look into it.
If they could somehow use the USB-C, they could have a little dongle.
But they
From
won't.
Apple. No.
No, they won't. If they'll nice, they would have put Bluetooth in the
They
goddamn
did-
thing.
they did
Yes.
announce
Well, they
it.
have Bluetooth on there, but it won't use your headphones.
They did announce a $20 dock that lets you charge while playing the Switch now.
I've got a 3D printed thing that Sam gave me.
And it's not $20.
It was like free.
It-
5
it's-
cents maybe.
It's cute and it works. And if it had HDMI out, I would pay that.
Yes.
But no, they want their $100 fucking dock money for that function. Thank you
And
very much.
they'll brick my console if I buy anything else.
Well, not necessarily.
No, it's
but,
not them
That's a
bricking
risk
it,
you're
but
willing to
but
take.
it's a risk.
not
Yeah,
really.
It is a risk.
I'm not willing to take it for my Zelda saves yet.
So yeah, Nintendo Switch Online is coming
It is
around
there.
September, and that means September will likely be the release date of Smash Bros. Because they're going to
And
want to release
PAX is
something.
coming.
And PAX is October.
Yep. It's around then.
Sneaking up on us.
Yeah,
Exciting.
it's half a year away.
Yeah.
I like PAX.
It is good. Okay, I've been playing. No, Amy,
Hi.
what have you been playing this week?
I've been playing MapleStory 2.
Okay.
So, I have never played a MapleStory game before. Sam got me into MapleStory 2 because it was his big. He met quite a few friends. It was like his WoW.
Okay.
So he's met quite a few of his friends on MapleStory. He went on, oh, it's such a great game. You should play it. All right, I'll sign up.
Is MapleStory 1, is that 2D?
Yeah, 2D. Now,
Like side-scrolling 2D?
Yep.
And now it's...
3D.
3D.
It's adorable. So basically,
It's very chibi.
yeah, very. I like it a lot. Where was I going? He coaxed me into doing the closed beta. I got in because you had to be one of the first 10,000 to answer a certain quiz. I did that. Yay. Got in. And it's freaking adorable. So chibis everywhere. It's slightly sexualized as well in that sort of Japanese cute girl fashion, which I'm not upset about.
No, because you're a perv.
Of course.
Yeah, that's why you're friends with us.
Yes.
Shall we talk about the labbies again?
So yeah, one of the big selling points for me is that you're able to download templates for some of the blocks and clothes and stuff, and then you're able to design your own clothing and furniture and stuff. So that's
Actually, I think because I saw some of this today.
Yeah.
And isn't it like the actual template you download looks like a model kit?
yeah,
And it's actually just like a sprite sheet, or sorry, texture sheet.
Yeah.
And so you just like draw like you would a model, and then just scan it or whatever you do.
like
and
just put it in.
and it
Yeah,
goes
I
into the
haven't
game.
really done much to it. I haven't actually found anything worth showing off yet, but it's really fun. It's like Astro
So,
Attack,
when you were saying scan it, so if I tuned out for just a
like
detail that.
uploading.
upload or whatever.
Oh no, but I was like,
you could print it out and
Yeah,
draw
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
Yeah.
I suppose is always technically possible, but I thought if they were actually encouraging hand drawing it,
Yeah.
I
that
haven't
would be
noticed
kind of
anything
cool.
like that.
Though, thinking if you did that, you're going to have to probably be a different size image,
Yeah.
and there's all kinds of...
Yeah, Photoshop, blow it up.
Yeah.
Just bring it
But
down.
that's cool.
Yeah,
I thought it was a cool way to do it because it actually looks like a model kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like
It's
they
super
dress it up really
cool.
well.
Is there any moderation of what
Yes,
people
there's
I would
quite,
assume
at
so.
the moment it's quite strict because
Yeah.
there's only a small amount of players on there. I don't know what's going to happen, but there's been a lot of people mostly upload their waifus, their anime waifus and stuff. So there's this one player called Waifus who has this big house full of
Waifus?
with their blocks of anime characters that they really like. So that'll be a big seller on the like. on the-
Dodging copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Probably won't be able to.
I don't know what kind of copyright stuff they have, but they've gone through like they're open in Korea. So yeah, I don't know when it
I
releases.
know there's been issues with things like, I think it was with City of Heroes
Okay.
when it was
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Where like people are like, I'm going to make something that looks like the Hulk. And like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Like there was, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they use, but they haven't been brought down. Well, that's Korea. I don't know if their copyright laws. Yeah, it's a solid
So
game.
What if they're doing business in the other country, then that becomes an issue. So if they want to sell on Steam, well, I mean, MapleStory won't be on Steam actually, but
I think MapleStory 1 was on
Is
Steam
it?
though.
I
Yeah,
think it is.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty
back
sure
in the day
it is.
originally, but I guess I haven't looked at MapleStory for a
Yeah,
very
I
long
don't
time.
really follow it.
Yeah.
So
if it is, then we'll have to worry about that sort of thing.
So apart from dressing up characters, what stuff do you do?
So basically, it's normal MMO stuff. It's kind of Animal Crossing-ish, and like you can farm and fish and do all that. There's also little cute enemies you can go through that. It plops you into a main story. I think it depends on what kind of character you start with. I started with a thief. I was Robin Hood, basically, given to the poor, taken from the rich, and all that.
I'll take them from both.
Yeah. You don't discriminate.
Yeah, Robin, everyone.
You're not wealthist.
I just got that Robin Hood. Yeah. I never got that before. So yeah,
That's where the term robbing comes from.
Yeah. Oh, really?
No, probably not.
I hope when you said that, there's some linguist
that
who was
just,
listening, just like twitching, like what?
I literally gave someone a stroke with that sentence.
No, it was one of my. Oh, really, Paul? Yeah. So I kind of.
Dusty's thrown himself at the door.
Yeah. He was doing that a while ago too. I don't think you guys noticed.
No, he was still scratching at the door before I thought.
No,
yeah.
he's shoulder barging.
He got very violent before.
So yeah, kind of a dungeony crawling Animal Crossing Stardew Valley-ish.
So what's the combat like when there's combat? Is it real time?
I don't know what it's called. It's like MOBA-ish. You've got a button to press for a specific thing.
like cooldown.
Cooldowns.
Yeah, cooldowns. And
So very traditionally MOBA.
yeah, very.
Not I meant MMO.
Yeah.
You know what I meant.
I know what you meant.
But also MOBA.
Yeah. You were saying, but you weren't wrong.
Yeah, I said the wrong thing, but I was still technically correct.
The best kind of correct.
So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I'm trying.
So the crafting, all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
How's the latency?
Iffy.
Yeah.
Like it's all right, but it's not at the same
I'm guessing
time.
the servers are where Korea.
No, America.
They're in America.
I think because it's North American region.
It probably isn't North American servers. Do you know if
Yeah.
there's any plans for oceanic servers?
No.
Yeah, 'cause
No
I'm
idea.
guessing you're better off jumping on one of the Southeast Asian servers.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I want people who speak English.
That's also important. I guess it depends how Twitch combat the thing is. The latency might not matter that much. Is there any like base building, like Minecrafty, putting together blocks to build stuff?
Kind of. So in the maid hubs, there's addresses you can buy. So you can buy a block of land straight outside the castle, for example. I guess that's kind of like your base, because people can go in and if you're at home, you can set a little allowance for people to spend your money decorating the place.
Oh, okay.
As
That's a cute little idea.
yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. That just reminded me of when I tried to play EverQuest Next.
Oh, that's
And they're like,
crashed and burned.
Here's
Didn't
your
it?
plot of land, and I could do fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And every plot of land in that world had been taken by people of which nothing was built on,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
no one was there.
That was a clusterfuck. That project.
It sounded
Yeah.
so good, but it
Yeah.
wasn't. Anyway, continue.
I'm being really, really positive at the moment, probably because there aren't any microtransactions at the moment. It's
For
a free
now.
game.
Oh,
Yeah.
that thing's going to be
Oh, yeah.
transaction up the wazoo. That
Oh,
thing's
that's-
gonna
that's what it
print
is.
money for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm really positive at the moment. So yeah.
See, I don't know where MapleStory makes its money. Like, if it's a...
Definitely microtransactions.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know if it's a whale-driven game. And
A what? Whale. Oh,
Yeah, if it's so if like the small portion of the audience pays
I'm
for
not
everything,
sure,
or if
actually.
it's I don't know.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of real money exchanged in outside the game as well, as much as it is against the terms and conditions.
Oh, that old kind of there's a grey market.
Yeah.
That old money laundering scheme.
Yes. What I have noticed about the crafting, though, you've got to actually hire an assistant. So I've hired one of the cute bunny girls, and she crafts specifically necklaces. So you give her the items, and she'll craft up the necklace. You get sort of experience points, closeness points with her, and she'll give you different lines and stuff. But the problem, like the thing that I've seen with this is it costs merits, which I think are the buying real money.
Like the premium currency.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you've got to give her like a monthly salary. So it's just a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're not able to craft anything outside of having them around. Nah, I'm enjoying it so far. It's quite cute.
Yeah, I was just thinking about how much money he's gonna make.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, because you got an MMO, you've got like say WoW, right? And WoW, like just say you got your standard like $15 a month, and I was trying to think like the value of like a free to play versus a kind of just straight up front, because I'm guessing what happens is if you're a more casual user, you probably just pay money a month, but you're probably like $5 or something like that.
And you may even forget about it.
Like I'd guess, I'm like guessing it's not $15 a month, but then there's going to be other users which are just dropping hundreds of dollars kind of in there. So it might end up being beneficial for most users
free.
that they're paying less.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to when it's open and everyone comes in and just starts.
You like your exclusive club.
Yes.
You elitist. So actually on that, James.
Yes.
I've been thinking recently, if they were to make WoW 2, do you think it would be subscription based?
No.
That's a tough call.
Because I was thinking, especially...
Maybe there'd be a buy-in price.
Well, I was actually thinking it might just be a sold product.
I mean, there is a buy-in
and then
price
they
for
do
WoW.
they do the expansion, and because
Yeah.
basically you keep the expansion.
I have a feeling it'd be maybe I was thinking a little bit Destiny. Like,
That's almost what I was thinking,
Yeah.
I've always wondered with WoW, you buy the expansions, can you play them sort of single player at all? Or is it all you've got to pay $15
it's
a month
online.
to
It's
play
an online
your-
service.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
So a subscription as well. But normally when you register the key, that comes with a month. or
Yeah, they
something,
give you a
doesn't it?
month or something like that.
Yeah.
15 days or something, I thought.
No, they'll give you a month.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I want to get into WoW, but it's like, is it worth
Oh,
it?
it's good. No, it's a fantastic MMO.
Yeah. It's
For
just,
sure.
there's not the community is not there as much anymore, is it?
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
huge.
there's still
No.
millions of people that
Yeah,
play it.
no,
Okay.
Yeah, look. The difference between because they're at something like 15 million
Yeah.
or something, and I think they might be. As I'm just pulling numbers out of my hat, but I think it might have dropped severely, which still means like 5 million
Yeah.
people, which is still a fuckload of people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If I had 5 million people
Watching us.
watching us,
Yeah.
I would feel very
Yeah.
self-conscious.
Yeah, no, I think that no, you should give it a go because WoW you can play it I think to level 20 for free.
Yeah.
So if you want to jump in and give it a go,
Yeah.
like it's a WoW's kind of cool because it's been around so long that there's lots of different ways to play it. So if you're like me and he generally wants to solo, you can do that. That's
Okay.
fine. Like there's like lots
Yeah.
of solo content.
I kind of just want the social aspect as well. That's
Yeah.
where
so
I would
because
go
the way I like to play MMOs is I want to do shit myself, but have other people around to talk
Yes.
to, and you can 100% do that in WoW.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Cal's saying do it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's saying play some WoW. It's good.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a good video.
What
It's
if
your
I
fault,
want just
Cal.
like a really tight, controlled, like responsive game with like very non-repetitive,
then you don't
surprising content?
Then you don't play WoW.
Good. I
Yeah,
don't.
that's it. Maybe WoW 2. WoW 2 is going to be interesting when it happens.
Would you think they call it WoW-E?
I hope so. I hope so. Like, yeah, the II at the end. Yes. Do it. Do it, Blizzard. Do it.
Another downer about MapleStory is they wipe straight after the beta. So
No, that's normal.
yeah, that's like
That's because they're giving you all this free shit. They don't. You got to pay real money for
I
that.
have an eagle pet.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. I hope you're ready
They'll-
to like part with the cash.
They'll
for that
give
Eagle
you.
Pet.
They'll give you a free T-shirt that says "I did the beta."
They've
All I got was
actually-
this stupid
they
T-shirt.
did that. It's like a stupid armor set.
Yeah.
It's gold, and they give me a hat that says CBT. Let your mind wander on that.
Can't be thucked.
No, I'll say that
Well,
a
it's
good
closed
one.
beta tester. I assume.
Yeah, but
No,
I'll
that's
say that a
boring
good one. It
response.
was like cock and balls torture or something. he had fun with that.
I bet he
Everyone likes a
does.
bit of cock and balls torture. Let's put him on the glass, Sam. Okay, so that was MapleStory 2.
Yes, I recommend it.
In some exciting news, which is irrelevant after tonight, in a crossover between Avengers and Fortnite, they put Thanos in Fortnite
did.
in a fun new game mode where there's the Infinity Gauntlet is in the map,
Why?
and whoever gets it gets all Thanos powers and can kill people. And if someone kills
Why?
them, because it's the two most popular things in the world getting together
Yeah.
for advertising. And after tonight, so if you're not listening to this live,
Too
it's
late.
over. Goodbye. Fuck off.
Yeah, they don't really discriminate with what they're going to put into, are they? Like, they're not going to be too bound by their theme.
No, they can put
Yeah.
anything in there.
It's just a game.
It's goes as word.
Yeah, no
it's
theme.
just a game. Yes, it is a game.
It's like it's just no theme. Just
It has a
meh.
theme.
Money.
Yeah.
It's
Fun,
money.
fun and color,
Yeah.
and anything can sort of fit under the cartoon guise of that. I mean, there
And
are
the
them.
dances. There are some
Yes.
good dances in that game.
A sculptor I follow in Japan had a one of those posable cute girl figurines and had a Thanos gauntlet on it. That was cute.
Ah.
They made like a Thanos gauntlet for it. Yeah, that's it. It was cute.
We should make Thanos like infinity mittens.
What, like oven gloves or something? Oven mitts?
No,
Oh, yeah, that works
Or,
too.
just,
Yeah.
or just mittens.
the
Adorable little mittens.
people have already got onto that. Hype
Of course
train.
they have.
I know. I remember.
Infinity
some
infinity
reason-
condoms.
So
I want to make
powerful.
jokes, but they're kind of spoilers. so-
Behold,
Like I was going to say, Loot Crate's already gone onto that because I was binging some channel a while ago. And there
Yeah.
was,
are you telling me that Loot Crate jumped on a popular nerd thing and just
No, this was years before Infinity War, though.
yeah?
Yeah, but it was a oven mitt, and it was apparently dangerous because it melted.
That's some top quality
That's
loot.
Good work, Loot Crate. Yeah.
That was just funny.
Okay, so that I've ticked that. That's good. There is a confirmed Monster Hunter movie, which we knew was kind of happening, but we always know things are kind of happening.
When do I get
Bro-
world?
Get what? Oh,
PC.
when do you get on? I don't know. Everyone's forgotten about it. I think they actually stopped making it. They just forgot what they were doing in the office.
Lies.
They've been spending the whole time playing Mortal
Generations.
Redneck, I believe.
No, Generations.
actually,
They've gone back to Generations.
I think something a Monster Hunter was announced for the Switch.
Yeah,
Generations.
Was it Generations
Yeah,
XX?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
So it is
I
coming to the
wasn't
West.
sure if we'd talked about
Though
it yet.
I think I'm ruined after
World.
After World,
It'll be hard to
it's
go back.
Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to go back to the original.
But
Sam's
anyway, yeah,
gonna
it's
pick it up.
starring Mila Jovovich.
Yeah,
So
hooray! Oh,
so it's Resident Evil but with monsters.
Yeah.
I like monsters.
I like Mila Jovovich, so
We win.
Everyone
I
wins.
think she's a more entertaining person than she is necessarily in entertaining movies.
Yeah, she's got a certain charisma to her.
Oh yeah.
Like-
I certainly would not go, ooh, a Mila Jovovich film. Let's go see that. But if we do happen to see a terrible movie and Mila Jovovich is in it, I'll probably go.
That's a plus. Yeah,
I'll probably go like, oh, she was fine.
yeah.
She was entertaining. She was
I want to go
attractive.
see Solo. Oh, it sounds fun.
It is lemony fresh.
You've seen it?
No, it's just
Oh.
a drink. It's a squash.
Ha ha.
That is your throat. Let's kill him. Push your cough button on your mic that we can't afford. It doesn't exist.
So I'm back.
Does that just mute the mic or?
That's what a
dead.
cough button does, yeah.
Oh,
You
sweet.
push the button while you're making noises.
That's amazing.
That'd actually be real handy.
Would be. Okay.
We're poor.
So,
Yes.
Hi.
Bulletstorm. Oh no, not Bullet. Oh yes, all the developer of People Can Fly is actually what I was looking for in my notes.
Yeah.
Have announced they're doing a AAA shooter with Square Enix. So People Can Fly, good quality people. Looking forward to whatever that is.
Well, yeah.
So this is a very
And
quick news
Square
thing.
Enix that's a broad umbrella these days. So
Yeah, anything can be under that. Sony has ended production of PS Vita physical games.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But Limited Run's been doing some stuff, which is pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there'll still be some third-party stuff being pushed
Yeah.
through, but the official cart manufacturing by
When
Sony
was the
is
last
done.
game they made an official first-party Vita game?
I
Probably
think-
all the time, especially in Japan.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
Japan,
thinking.
Oh, yeah, well, at first, this isn't just first party. This is just like
Oh,
cart
yeah.
manufacturing. Yeah, they are. But yes, like there's still physical shit all
Yeah,
the time
okay.
for Vita. In fact,
Da, da, da.
on May 22nd,
Yes.
Stardew Valley is releasing for Vita.
Oh,
Nice.
Not physically.
I don't know if actually it is or not. It might be.
Too bad I've actually got it on Switch.
That's the thing. It's already on the Vita too. So why do we need it on the Vita now? I mean, because some people still own a Vita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
is a lot cheaper getting a Vita than
I mean,
So it
it's
is a
just
Switch, yeah.
just me and Paul who really
And-
play with our Vitas.
It's true.
We used
I
to.
still no. I got my. Oh, I can't reach it, but it's just there.
Yeah.
I bought some things on the Made in Japan sale.
Oh,
So
nice.
we've finally got Danganronpa 3.
Ah.
And,
I'm so jealous. I need to play that.
It was just on the. You just go to the
No,
store
but
and
I
you buy.
can't because my Vita's
'Cause
on
you
the
hacked your Vita.
Yeah.
So
And
you
I
can
don't want
do
to
a-
lose it.
You're not getting
How much stuff do you do with the hacked
any
Vita?
sympathy.
Sometimes when everyone's in bed, I'm able to stream games from my computer onto my Vita. That's great. No, the internet's good.
Isn't your computer in the same room as your bed?
Yeah, but I'm lazy. I want to lay in bed.
Oh, we've got Steam Link coming to mobile phone
Yeah.
very soon.
Was that not
Yeah.
on last week's news?
No, it was this
That
week.
was this week that happened. So it's not isn't out yet.
That should be on my list.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not.
well.
It's not out yet.
But very soon.
It is definitely on the cards.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
So Steam Link just being an app on iOS
Yeah.
and Android, and they
Think of all the emulators.
well, yeah, you'll be able to run
iOS,
emulators
yeah.
through it and stuff. Not the but it just straight up pairing the Switch control because they've added just
The
the straight
Pro, yeah.
Bluetooth with just the Switch controller.
Oh, yeah.
Not the Switch, fucking Steam.
Yeah, there
The
you
Steam
go.
controller they added native Bluetooth too because it was always there, but just it was a different mode.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to pair that with your phone. You can add the Switch Pro controller. You can use PS4 controllers with it. They added Bluetooth to Xbox One controllers in the last iteration.
Yeah.
So all modern controllers you'll be able to use with at least your Android.
Yeah, that's what's going to. That was a caveat there.
Yeah.
This is for
I mean,
Android.
if you jailbreak your iOS, you can.
Yeah,
but
No one jailbreaks iOS anymore.
Jailbreak is a giant pain in the ass.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know a single person that's done it in the last like 3 generations at least. And
No.
even in Android, I don't jailbreak anymore.
You don't really
No.
need to.
Everything I want to do, I
I learned
can
my
do.
lesson
Yeah.
last time.
Yes.
Stupid warnings.
But yeah, that's
Grr.
that's exciting. I was looking at some iPhone things, and you basically get one which is like a Vice which kind of clips on the side of.
You
those are
the
cool.
two that go on the side.
Yeah.
It's like a grip that kind of hooks onto it.
Yeah. Is it going
Well, I'm just saying because
grippy thing?
if it's the WikiPad manufacturers, the ones that we were pointing at in the thing, they're the people suing Nintendo, and they are trying to get the Switch taken off shelves while the case is being
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yes, they've already tried to sue them once,
Yeah.
and they withdrew the case, and so they tried to file it in a more generous area of California, I think it was, so that they might get a better chance milking money out of it.
It's not the same.
Yes, they claim that they've got a patent on 2 removable controllers from a tablet device,
But that's always been a thing. eBay does it.
but they have the patent.
Don't
Too
get
bad.
started in patent law. Unfortunately, patent law does not work like that.
It's gross.
Oh, Nintendo has their fair share of shitty patents.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't have too much sympathy for them if someone's pulling them up on it.
Meh.
It's all shit.
It is all shit.
And what I actually feel bad is that my initial gut is to like fuck that company, but at the same point, actually, probably almost everyone at that company doesn't care about that or want to do that. But the lawyer side of that company very much is like,
Yeah.
well, this is a good way to get some money
It
one way
is
or another.
Getting that money.
Yeah, that's how we operate
Yeah.
as a business. Okay,
Money.
fun. Okay, skipping that. No Borderlands, he said. Oh, in surprising news, so Boss Key, after their failure with
Whatever it was called.
the game not Paradigm, that was Epic's one.
No, not Paragon. It was, their 80s Fortnite.
The shooty
Them-
booty.
Radical Heights.
No, Radical
Radical
Heights is
Heights.
no, that's not the one we're talking about. Radical Heights is their new
Oh,
game.
well, Radical Heights is gone now. Lawbreakers.
Lawbreakers.
Law-
Lawbreakers
yeah.
is what I was trying to remember.
Oh, Lawbreakers.
Yeah, so the failure of Lawbreakers, then they about 2 weeks ago they released Radical Heights. This is our battle royale game. This was our passion project. We're letting it out early. Sure, it's still half white box, but there's microtransactions in it. It's gonna be great. By the way, company's closed.
Yeah, thanks for all those early access.
Lol.
Well, I'm gonna assume there wasn't much early access purchases
Because I think they're actually taking money. Like there was, because it was free,
the game was free, but they had microtransactions.
but I think they had
in
actually
it.
paid microtransactions in it.
I don't think they sold particularly well.
No.
Because
Probably not.
it turned out what they said was a passion project was actually a desperate project
Yeah.
Yep.
to try
No.
and save the company at the last
For
moment.
money.
No, what it was a project from the people who were working there that wanted to get jobs at Epic to work on Fortnite.
Exactly.
So now they can go, hey, Epic, look at this. Look at my resume. We're working on one of these things.
Yeah.
Please
So
hire.
it did seem in very good modern style that the announcement to close the company that was made on Twitter by Cliffy B in a statement was released before telling anyone in the company. So there was a lot of developers that were like, oh yeah, so here's what we're working on at the moment, and then like the next tweet 2 minutes later was like, well, fuck that, I guess.
It makes me sad.
Yeah, man.
That's
devs.
cool. They all have Epic
Tell
jobs now.
your company first before you tell the public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just polite.
Poor devs.
Yeah, it's rough times. But yes, I assume Epic has a lot of money at the moment, and will be looking.
And they
for
will be
people with
looking
those
for
skill
higher
sets.
talented people.
People that know Unreal Engine and
And know how to
make a battle royale game. That's what they like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
In very minor news, Minecraft is finally getting its crossplay on the Switch. So from June, the only console
It's
which
gonna
can't
be
play with everyone else is, of course, the PlayStation.
PlayStation,
Yep.
yeah. So this is the Bedrock edition, I believe, is coming
I think
to the
that's what it
Switch.
was.
And there's going to be free upgrades to anyone
Yeah.
who has already purchased
Which
it.
is good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
normal Minecraft stuff.
So it's like parody across all the platforms, and it's
Yeah.
Except for
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Because
Damn it, Sony.
why be friendly with everyone else?
Cal says that Clippy is a dick. I don't know the guy personally.
Oh, I was saying Clippy. No, Clippy is adorable.
Not Clippy, what, like the helper, the word helper? No, I think
I
it's-
see you're
no,
closing
no.
your company.
Would you like to notify your employees?
Nah. Hey, look. As long as Jazz Jackrabbit exists, Cliffy's okay with me. And then what I found a very odd thing. So Neo Geo Mini got announced.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's there's 40
Cool.
games on it.
Yeah.
It's all the Metal Slugs.
I mean, because
the
the mini NES and stuff did so well.
yeah, so everyone's trying to get on the thing. The weird thing with the Neo Geo Mini, have you seen it?
No.
So the Neo Geo Mini is a little arcade cabinet,
Oh, that's
which
cute.
has a little, I think it's a 3.5-inch screen on it,
one in there, cool.
and a little joystick and buttons,
Oh, yeah,
and you
yeah.
play it on this little thing.
So you can't plug it into a TV?
You can plug it into a TV,
It's cute.
but the controller's a little cabinet.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that's terrible. Now it's a terrible idea. I thought this was an adorable idea, Paul. Now I think it's a terrible idea.
You gotta remove oh wait, you can't remove controllers, can you?
It looked really fucking weird, and I tried to look like, can you plug in other control? And they didn't seem to have those details out.
Yeah.
I'm like, just like, if this is a standalone thing, can you put batteries in it? And I searched the internet for like Neo Geo Minnow batteries or like battery life. So like, no one even mentioned it as an idea. It's like, why make a self-contained Like, it seems so weird design-wise.
Right.
Cute. But the thing is, you can get most of the games in really good form on like the Switch and pretty much everything else. So maybe just get those, because I doubt it's going to be cheap either. Partly because they put a fucking screen in it. In a potentially non-portable thing.
That's weird.
Cute collector's item, but maybe not
Might be
worth
one of
it.
those-
Dust collector.
Yeah.
And especially since, well, hopefully there's avenue to put a second controller in, but it's a one controller setup, and 80% of those games are fighting games. It's insane.
My wrists hurt already.
Play down here. Okay. So, who wants to play?
Apparently, there'll be a headphone port and 2 external controller ports.
But do they come with external controllers?
I will include, yes.
Will include controllers, hey?
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently. Okay, that's good, because I missed that. Because I was mainly searching for the battery thing. It seems
Oh,
like
there's
there's a
a
battery.
it's adorable.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
I want one, but
Thanks, Carl.
yeah. Yeah.
Still fucking weird design.
It's adorable,
It's
though.
pretty cute. Now I want it.
I just wanna
I bet
stroke
it's
it.
like $300 Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, it's Neo Geo.
Yeah.
It's probably $1,000 Australian.
Yeah.
Because Neo Geo games used to be about $200 a piece.
Really?
Jesus.
Yes. They were arcade perfect ports. They were basically an arcade cart in your hand. Neo Geo
Carl
was cool.
thinks it's fucking stupid.
Cal and I do share some similarities at points. I mean, it's no Starlink, but are you waiting for Ubisoft to just have that as their headline?
That's
going to
be Starlink.
so good.
Starlink.
It's the dumbest idea ever.
It's the
Tell me.
It's the Toys to Life game that Ubisoft announced last year, which is you literally build a spaceship
Oh,
on
the
your
spaceship
controller.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounded
The
fun,
dumbest idea.
but
So fucking
stupid.
stupid.
The dumb
Quick,
idea.
I need to change weapons.
Oh no, we fell between the cushions in my couch.
Oh,
I
fuck.
really want it to be good, though.
Yeah, but
It won't be.
it won't. That's the problem.
Okay.
all
So
that-
the other thing I had in here, which was not quite news, it was kind of news, sort of game announcements, games I wasn't aware of.
Yep.
Are you excited, Amy, and maybe James, for Blade Strangers and Crystal Crisis?
I've never heard of them. They sound fun. Tell me about it.
No, I want to think of it. So, okay, what's the first one?
Are they anime games?
Blade Strangers
Blade Strangers.
and Crystal Crisis.
Okay, what is Blade Strangers? Okay, I think Blade Strangers is a...
No, Amy. No, don't look at your phone.
No. Blade Strangers is a game where you're at a knife enthusiast meetup.
These games are from the same publisher.
Are they Atlas games?
Close.
I'm going to say Blade Strangers is a visual novel about blood play.
That would be fun.
Oh, what was the other one?
Crystal Crisis.
Crystal Crisis is...
Magical Girl.
No. It's a gritty drug drama. Yeah. How close am I, Paul?
Okay, so these games are being published by Nicholas.
Oh, okay.
Who were they?
They're the ones who did Isaac originally.
So,
okay.
in one of these games, you can play Isaac. Which one?
Crystal Crisis.
Yeah.
Trick question. Both games.
Oh, you got me.
In one of these games, you can play quote from Cave Story. Which one?
Trick question, both.
Both fucking games. Because Nicholas seems to be like, it's time to do like
They're doing their Smash Bros.
kind of. So one of them is
they're doing their Avengers.
So let's see if I get this the right way around.
Okay.
Blade Strangers is a 2D fighting game where so it's a straight up like so the actual it's pretty good. It's hand drawn
Crystal
animation.
Crisis has Astro Boy?
Astro Boy's in it as well.
What?
I think who else is in it? The Gunvolt is in it, and a few other people. They're still announcing people, but straight up, like one of the screenshots is Isaac pulling off a move which is making Mum's foot come down from the ceiling and crush the other person.
Okay.
Apparently, it's also the gameplay is sort of modern, simplified fighting game stuff. So thinking more like simple directional things instead of complex combos.
So close to
and
the
stuff.
Smash Bros.
Close to the Smash
Yeah.
movement, but it's
That's
more of a 2D
Pretty
fighting game.
cute. Crystal Crisis.
Crystal Crisis, however, is more along the lines of a puzzle fighter.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm
it's
more interested in that
verse.
one.
Yeah,
That one got me. Is it coming to Switch?
Probably.
Yeah.
Then
So
there's
was it Stranger Blades or
Blade Strangers?
Not to be
So,
confused with Perfect Strangers.
No.
Very different thing.
What was this? What does the song go?
Thank you for being
Being
a
a friend.
friend.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's all I remember.
Travel down the road and back again.
these
That is
these ladies
true.
have big
You're a
booties?
friend and a confidant. Dun, dun. By the way, there is a video game based on Perfect Strangers, which is playable online.
Yes, it is. I
Which
remember
is-
that thing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You get to play through Bulky's journey and his journey to
Why
America.
haven't we had a Perfect Strangers reboot? It seems like...
Because it was basically those two actors.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop them.
The idea
that doesn't
isn't
stop the
interesting enough.
reboot. What do you... Oh, you're looking
Oh,
for the
no,
song?
no. I was just going to... If Amy's bringing up Blade Strangers, certainly she can find Isaac.
Oh, I was just looking at the pictures.
That's all right. I thought you might enjoy the Isaac picture. Anyway, that was all I wanted to say.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird that... By the way, we're announcing Isaac is playable in two different games.
Including
Aw,
Balky
that's
from...
cute. He's so grumpy.
including Balky from Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, Balky Balkokamus. Now we are so happy we do the dance of joy. Oh man, that's what they
Oh
need.
no, he's getting beaten up by Shovel Knight.
They need Shovel Knight. Of course, Shovel Knight's in fucking everything.
Yeah, of
these
course
days.
it is.
Whore
Whore himself out for anything.
We really do need to do like 90s sitcom, 80s 90s sitcom fighter. That'd be good.
Oh,
Triple Team by the Golden Girls.
oh,
I've had dreams like that.
Oh, that gets me so excited. The idea. I love Golden Girls.
Yeah.
That show was great. Oh, the man can dream.
A man can dream. B. Arthur, fuck yeah. I've had dreams about B. Arthur, that's for sure. What's the one that's still alive? She was supposed to be the swearing.
in Futurama.
No, you're thinking about B. Arthur.
Okay.
The one that's like, that always plays the old grandma, but she swears and everyone goes like, oh, she's swearing.
I don't know.
For some reason, Lake Placid is my go-to
Lake
memory of
Placid.
her.
I was thinking Mrs. Brown's for some reason.
No.
Different thing.
The old lady's lover. Ooh, that's so
We gotta
naughty.
go who were the Golden Girls?
Who was it?
Betty White.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
Betty
of course.
White.
Of course, Betty White.
Oh, fuck B. Arthur. She was hot as
Joe,
fuck.
give me-
No. I'm going to get the good picture of
All
B.
right. Go. Give me this. Give me this
Oh, dear.
sweet Betty Arthur action.
B. Arthur.
B. Arthur action.
Bartha.
Not
Come on.
Bartha.
He Bartha.
Oh, I'm now worried what you're what you're looking up on your phone.
Why is it censored? There's a censored nude painting of B. Arthur.
That's that is
beautiful.
amazing.
It just looks so long.
There we
Oh,
go.
there it is.
Is
That's
it?
holy crap. That I would put that on my wall.
Oh, it's a lovely painting.
That's
It's not like-
amazing.
yeah. Oh, it was actually like a pretty big. When it came out, it was a pretty good painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was hot.
Like,
and
as
cool.
in, it was
Yeah.
based off actually her, or
Yeah, it was a portrait.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Anyway, B. Arthur, I'm still your fan club, baby.
Team B.
Team B. But not Betty White. She's overdone now. She's done too much of the cutesy
Yeah.
grandma roles. It's like, I'm the rapping grandma. Oh, hey, white kids, I'm here to say I'm the rappiest grandma in the US of A. Word to your mother. I mean, Betty White seems cool, but she's quite typecast now. Anyway, I guess things that I've been playing. Mm-hmm. I've been playing a little game called Garage.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
About garages
Yes, it both begins in a garage
and
then
ends?
you find out that that is the garage to a shopping center, which is also called the Garage, which did confuse me. And then the world opens up. So it is on the Switch. It is a top-down twin stick horror game. Very very pixel art, and it is entirely okay.
That's a glowing recommendation.
Glowing recommendation. So it's entirely functional, and
Yes.
the controls are all right. So this is how I'm not getting too excited here.
Okay.
So it's things like it's a twin stick shooter, although it's still a horror, so you're not shooting everywhere. It's limited ammo, that sort of thing. But it has one of those things where you have the reticle going around you, but if you're aiming on an enemy, it'll change the distance of the reticle to show that you're on the enemy.
Okay.
But I always find that's actually kind of fucking confusing when you're trying to aim at things. So the controls are acceptable, but not
Yep.
great.
So
and
is this like the Marvel of
no.
transitions?
Marvel's much more solid. So this is one of those things where this game is good. So you wake up, you're in the trunk of a car. Everything's gone to shit.
in a garage?
In a garage, and you start exploring. You get
The garage.
You get an
the
axe.
garage mall.
In the garage, and you end up leaving the garage mall and going other places.
To the town of Garage.
In the town of Garage,
Yeah.
in Garage World.
Is there a cat called Garage?
There isn't. But in the garage, I feel
That's
safe.
disappointing.
They call it car hold.
Hey, I made a fucking Weezer reference, bitch.
I made a Simpsons reference.
Simpsons reference wins.
Anyway, so you investigate. Each chapter is a level.
Yep.
And it's one of those things where I'm enjoying myself playing it, but that's really only because I was stuck in an isolated area and I wanted to play something new. If you were really in the idea for a horror, like an indie horror game on the Switch, it's totally acceptable, but it's not standout in any way. The gunplay is annoying enough that you'd want to play on easy, because on hard you'll probably just get frustrated. But it still has surprising moments and stuff. Like early-ish in the game, you get on drugs and the game turns into fucking line art and crazy effects everywhere.
That's cool.
And you can see through walls because it's like you're a dolphin and you've got sonar. You're like, I can see what's going on. It's got fun ideas like that. The storytelling in the world is actually quite good. But at the end of the day, everything is just almost there. So I don't fully recommend it. I just say that if you're wanting this kind of experience,
It will give you that experience.
A pulpy horror thing, like the headlining thing is like a big vicious dog, and they're gonna fuck you up real bad. In fact, like when there's zombies running at you, zombies are quite easy to just take out with an axe or whatever. You know what really fucking sucks? Rats, because you can't hit them with the axe. You got to kick them until you get a gun, then you can shoot.
Hard to
them.
hit a rat with an
But
axe.
they're small, so it's like the little rats are the more
small
difficult
and
enemy
annoying.
than the big dangerous enemies. Because the fucking like fuck you rats. Just give me,
They're like that.
they should just have like if you hit kick and the rat's near you, it should just auto kick the rat. You shouldn't have to aim for the rat. And it's a game where like there's a dodge roll, but you can't dodge roll through anything. So if you're cornered, you are actually stuck.
Oh,
and
okay.
fucked.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of things that, as I say, it's good, it's solid, but nothing exceeds there's nothing exceptional about it. It's got a little bit of like a video nasty's like dirty video look to the whole thing. You can get distortions and you got scan lines and stuff like that. So the presentation is very good.
Pretty.
But again, it's like it's run of the mill. I'd probably wait for a sale for it. But I am still having fun with it. I am going to continue.
It's a
playing
holiday
it.
game.
Yeah, it was a good holiday game for me. But yeah, it's not. It's not breaking into my top 10 of the year or anything.
It was okay.
So what was it called?
Garage.
Garage.
How did you forget that?
I did.
I played some more Adventure Pals.
Oh yeah, how you going?
I'm getting more into that now.
Yeah.
I think the big problem with Adventure Pals is kind of the problem I was talking about with God of War, which is there's things on levels. Like you got a level, and there's an exit, but you also want to collect a special thing in each level. So the real challenge of the game is working out just which is the actual way I'm supposed to go and which is the way I want to go first to get the other stuff. And it's a total fucking toss up.
Yeah.
And I'm really starting to dislike that in games. It's like, please just overtly, maybe just don't do it at all.
Yeah, or maybe need more of a signal that you're gonna even just like hold X to leave. Remember they used to do things like that?
Yeah, like
what was a game? There was a sequel. Keep going. There's a game which added that in.
hold X to leave.
Yeah, no, but
Well, that wouldn't work because these are like you go into and the levels
It
are
was
a
a
series
sequel.
of
I can't remember what
levels.
the
So
game
if you
was now.
miss something,
Yeah.
you have to go back through the entire series of levels again.
oh, it was Wolfenstein 2. Because Wolfenstein 1, when you were in the hub areas,
when you're leaving the,
you just accidentally leave them all the time.
Yeah.
And the sequel, they're like, no. If you do this, you're gonna leave.
If you leave through this door, it ends the level. So we'll have to hold it a bit longer.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is still like you don't accidentally leave a level. There's something at the end of it which is very much. But you'll be, I got to the end of the level. I should have taken that other path. I thought I was on the side path. Now I have to backtrack through the fucking level to go on that other path. And I've had a couple of levels where you can't backtrack. And it's like, well, do I have to restart the entire fucking thing again just because I didn't know which direction it was? Because the movement's good. It's very attractive. Like it's very cute, very well polished games. But I think I'm just getting really fucking sick of that mechanic.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind not getting a collectible because it's too hard to get. Like if I go like
But a missed opportunity.
yeah, like VVVVVV, like with the long fall part and everything. I mean, I tried it like twice. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to bother fucking.
There are other ones you look at and just go, that collectible is not for me.
Yeah, it's like I could do it, but it's not worth the anger and the
I
stress.
can't be bothered.
Yeah, fuck it. But if it's just, I arbitrarily picked the wrong direction and now I have to. It's like, what's fun about that? I think it's I think we're past that as game design because it's what's rewarding. It's like you're not discovering anything. You're just getting the same collectible you always get. You just went the wrong way. So yeah,
Was that Adventure Pass?
Yeah, I guess that means it's probably a bit of a level design problem. Like the way that I would normally tell is if there's a really well lit area. It's like, well, obviously that's the way I meant to go.
Yeah.
And so you look around and go, okay, well, there's a little path over here. So it sounds like it's not communicating the critical path well enough.
Yes, yeah, it's not. I mean, that's what's quite good with like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and stuff. Normally, and there's exceptions, but normally the collectibles you'll be able to see, or there's a hint of where the collectible is. But then the point is the puzzle of how to get to it. And so it's not you go off on a different. It's like you have to randomly pick where's it going to be. You know it's there, but how do you get there? That's the challenge that you do. In this, it's like it could be in either direction. You'll just find out when you get there. So yeah, other than that, it is still fun. Adventure Pals, yeah. It's an Australian game. It's been at PAX a few times. It's as I say, it's very attractive. You are a young boy and your friend is a giraffe, and you have a friend Rock with you.
Very cute.
You're all pals.
You have many adventures.
You level up and you get abilities, and it's like almost everything about it's great, except I just kind of fucking get really sick of the level design. And like if I'm picking the right way, I'm fine with it. But as soon as I start picking the wrong way,
when you flip that coin, when it comes up heads, you're fine.
Exactly. It's so, man, they should just make it so I'm flipping heads more often because it's not challenging to just have me go the wrong way. It's just annoying.
Cool.
Yes, and the thing is, you want the collectibles really just give you different hats.
But then again, hats are really
Hats
cool.
are fucking good, yeah.
Remember how much you got off that Max hat?
Did you finally sell it?
I sold it ages ago.
How much did you sell it for?
I sold it for about $100 US.
And people
What's
bought
it go
it?
for now?
I don't think it's right.
You peaked, you got out at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, it might have gone up a bit, but
Yeah.
I don't care.
People bought
I
it.
don't know if people really care about hats as much now.
Oh, man, that economy. There are people that just literally live on that economy.
Jesus Christ,
They're
really?
just like, they make their life is that economy.
But someone bought it.
So disconnected from TF2 these days. I just have no context of how big TF2 still
It
is.
doesn't even matter if it's TF2. It's just items with value on the economy.
Oh, okay.
But
It's
Paul,
like the
someone-
stock market.
Did someone actually buy it?
Yeah, someone bought it like instantly. I think I put it up for like $5 under the current going rate, and it sold like in an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like
It's a hat.
How it goes. Exactly. It was a rare hat. You couldn't get it anywhere else. Now I
How'd
kind
you
of
get
regret it. Because you got it if you owned like Sam and Max when it was released. And so it was only a finite number of people that had them. Like me! I sold I think I had like a Luger that was rare as well.
Yeah, I wonder if I've got any old Steam items that are worth any money that I don't care about.
Yeah, that's worth looking at.
Have a look at it. Yeah, I might have some in there.
I actually felt a little bit bad because I'd fire up TF2 and I liked kind of like having some weird looking characters, but everyone has a crazy looking character now, so what does it matter?
Yeah, well, the characters in that game are all over the place now anyway.
Yeah, I wish I could just play stock. I mean, I'm sure you can play
You
stock
can go
TF2.
back to just go play classic TF2. I should do that. I should just go back and find a classic TF2 server. No hat server.
It'd be good. Okay, so...
Cool.
I'll just briefly mention I was otherwise engaging myself with Bridge Constructor Portal on the Switch, which is out now.
Oh yeah, because I played that on the phone a
Is
bit.
that actually a Portal game, or is
Yeah.
it? Okay, yeah.
It's a Portal game and a Bridge Constructor game.
Yeah, I was very confused.
Yeah. GLaDOS is in it. It's done with Portal style thing. I mean, like, yeah, it was. It seemed better because I got it on PC when it first came out. I'm like, this is fine, but I didn't play it. I play it more on the Switch.
I played
it's better form factor.
I played it some on my phone.
Yeah,
it does what it says on the tin.
Yeah, I like the Switch because you can touchscreen and control, and it's good sometimes to use a mix of them. It's fine. Yeah, it's exactly what you think it
I'm
will be.
thinking about buying it. It looks nice.
Look, if you like building bridges and you like Portal, it will scratch
Bridge
both those
Constructor
itches.
Portal, I think, is better than Bridge Constructor.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, having the Portal mechanic in there does make it a little bit more.
Yeah,
because you actually have to play with it. You actually do get to play with the momentum of things going through and stuff like that. So
yeah.
You've sold me.
Cool. James, have you been playing anything else?
Yeah. So Age of Conan left early access.
Exiles.
Yes. Sorry.
It
Take
exiled itself from early access.
Start again. Conan Exiles came out of early access.
And how big is your penis?
I just went for a medium-sized penis. I didn't.
Medium. What a fucking liar.
I just like.
I remember him in half mast.
I remember.
Yeah.
It should be scraping the ground.
I just left that slider somewhere in the middle. I haven't played this game in a long time. Like I played it probably about a year ago, maybe a couple of years ago.
I remember how much you were just so great.
Yeah, like I really enjoyed it, but then I had everyone steal my shit, and then I hated it. But what I did play and enjoyed. So this is Funcom's take on the survival game, which is now actually getting a bit old hat.
No, now it's all battle.
Yeah, now they're like, we probably
Royale.
should have made a battle royale game. But there's been quite a few nice little additions since I played it. Well, first off, I played on the PvE server this time, so
you had a better time.
I have a better time. But the big addition is climbing. So
Breath of the Wild style climbing.
Breath of the Wild style climbing. So basically, every surface you can climb. And now getting around the world is kind of cool. Like there'll be, there's like the Tower of Bats, and to get
Is it made of bats?
No, but there is a big bat at the top. But it's like a challenge to figure out kind of how to get
living
up
bat?
there. Yeah, it's live.
Oh, good.
It's a big bat.
Good.
It's
Well, no, I just checking it
giant.
wasn't a statue.
Yeah. No, it's a big bat.
Yes.
But yeah, like I was surprised how much the climbing added to it. Like it's like Breath of the Wild. Like if you see it, you can climb it. And every now and then the climbing is a little janky, but generally it's fine.
Most climbing gets a little janky at some point in those games.
The nice thing is when you go down, you can basically hit spacebar to claw the edge. So once you've climbed up, getting down is real easy. You basically throw yourself off and just slide. You just wall slide down to the bottom.
I'm just imagining nails
So
against rock.
You can get around really fast.
You're not using nails. You're just using your raw stringer fence.
Yeah.
Stringer fence. That's right.
Yeah, your stringer fence to get down.
Finger strength.
Yeah. The visuals are great. I think but particularly the character models. Penises aside,
So you just push it to the side.
yeah, you just push the penis aside.
You just strap it to the leg so it doesn't get in the way.
Yeah.
Does it flow around when you run?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's full. There's full penis physics in there. It's just like there's full boob physics. Like they all this.
Can you have both?
There is a breast slider for men,
Good.
but it's just like pecs. It doesn't actually give you boobs.
Do they just sort of go?
No, it's just more of a kind of straight slider.
But they don't have a chunker for the big pecs.
I don't believe they do.
Because pecs still do chunker around a bit.
Do they chunker?
Yeah. You gotta watch The Rock sometime or Terry Crews.
I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff.
To Terry Crews, you need to pay attention to Terry Crews.
He's worth paying attention to.
He is a lot. Actually, out of both of those two very strong men are both very charming. And I pay
Yeah,
attention
The
to
Rock's
both
pretty
of them.
charming.
I'd say Terry Crews, if I was going to hang out with one of them.
No, I'm going Rock. Sorry.
I don't know Terry Crews, so maybe
I mean,
Rock.
they're both going to be really great to hang out with.
Have you seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Not yet.
The briefly cancelled and uncancelled show.
Yeah, the fastest cancellation in all of history.
I have been meaning to watch it, though.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
Have you
It's very
seen
good.
Gamer?
Okay.
He's naked in Gamer.
Oh, is he?
It was his idea.
Oh.
It's like, maybe I should be naked and covered in blood. Okay, Terry.
Okay, Terry Crews. You do what you do, you buddy.
He does.
You do
He's
you.
a good boy.
Yeah.
Speaking of being naked, I'm going to watch Deadpool soon. Like Deadpool 2. It's coming out.
Okay, so that doesn't necessarily tie into being naked unless you're going to a very special cinema. Just my advice, take a picnic blanket with you. And that way, anything goes.
Is that how nudity works?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Last time I was naked in a cinema, that's how it worked.
Okay.
Don't worry, everyone. Nobody noticed.
Thanks for that picnic basket. Blanket.
Oh, no,
basket.
just the basket.
Just the basket.
I don't know, I've heard about cucumbers being used in the 50 Shades of Grey showings.
Okay, but so back to Conan.
I think that was just people going in and dumping some cucumbers in the cinema.
Oh, okay.
It's like, this will be funny. And they were right, because it went on the internet and people were like, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
It's funny. But porn's at home.
Hi, Cal.
You don't need to.
Cal doesn't know what's going on. What have you walked in on?
You don't need cinemas for pornography.
No, in fact, it's just a weird way to do it these days. I understand back in days of old the need for the smut theatre, the smut house.
Oh, I mean, the smut houses. They've still got smut houses. Oh, we should have an 8.5-bit meetup at a smut house.
I don't know where they are in Brisbane.
There's some adult cinemas around, I believe. I believe, as if
No,
I don't
no.
know.
Yeah.
No, I must admit, I am not a frequenter of adult venues. I've only ever been into 2 strip clubs, and I got Well, I didn't get kicked out. I accompanied someone else that got kicked out
Yeah.
because someone had to stop them from vomiting on their own tongue.
I have soju night the other night. I saw some people giggling outside the strip bar in Brisbane.
Well, it is very funny. They've got boobs and fannies in there. We could go in and ask all our Labia questions.
We could. They will be the experts.
Excuse me, miss. We have some questions about superpowers.
Still, how strong are those ladies to get up on the pole?
Oh, it's very good. It's
insane.
Down the Gold Coast, which was the night I had to accompany the friend out that just couldn't understand sitting in his own chair. He just kept sitting on people's laps. Apparently, that's just for the dancers to do, not for them. So he got kicked out, and I looked after him because he really needed to get some pizza in him because he was not doing well. But they have a 2-story pole.
Yeah.
So the woman could shimmy up and talk to people on the second level and then shimmy down.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like,
amazing.
it's like, ooh, that looks fun.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like,
There's some real s-
can I have a go?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Actually, I said I've been in 2, but I actually can't remember being in the second one. Maybe I've only ever been into one
I've been in a
strip
few,
club.
but not in a long time.
Yeah.
I find
can't say I've
them,
ever
I find
been
them
in
a
one.
bit uncomfortable. Like they're just a bit. I've been in good ones and I've been in bad ones.
There's ladies
I've
at
been in
work.
some real bad strip clubs.
Would you eat at a buffet at a strip
No,
club?
I've been.
That would be interesting.
I remember one of the
I
ones.
wouldn't trust the food,
I
though.
remember one of the ones I was in.
People around the food.
I was probably like 19 or
Uh-huh.
20 or something like that, and being there and like one of the women came out, this dead expression on her face, doing nothing but staring at the ceiling. And I remember thinking to myself, I never thought it possible, but I'm actually really bored of the strip club. Like there was just like this idea in my head from like teenage James of what strip clubs were, and like the reality of these things. This is soul crushing.
But you should have dated that stripper that hit on you.
Oh yeah, but I didn't realize she was hitting on me because I'm oblivious.
Because you were oblivious.
Yeah.
But she was nice. Anyway, let's an old story on a train.
Yeah.
He was being hit on, but he was too young and too stupid to
yeah.
realize he was being hit
Yeah.
on.
Poor Jamesy.
Now I'm just too stupid.
Oh, now you're
We're all so
I'll probably pick it on.
Now
pick
you're
up on
too
it now.
old for strippers.
Yeah. Yeah, with my silver stripe.
That's right. That
Your
means
top deck.
that means strippers stay away.
Yeah.
Okay. So Conan Exiles. Will we have anything else to say about it?
No, it's a little comparing it to like other of these kind of survival games. I think it's got a bit more going for it for me personally. Just because, well, I love the universe. Conan's great universe. We talk about dicks and cocks, but it's actually kind of thematically appropriate for the kind of thing that thing is.
Any camel punching or horse punching?
No. Oh, there are some references to like the crimes you commit when you're exiled. But the stuff that
So could you be James the horse puncher?
yeah, you could actually.
Well,
The
good.
horse
yeah.
whore.
The horse whore would be very different to the horse puncher.
It just
Mr.
sounded
Hands,
funny.
they'll call you.
It just sounded funny in my head. Mr. Hands.
Broke Paul.
Just you yelling, Mr. Hands. You do know what that is, right? Good. Okay, moving on. Okay. Yeah, so horse punching.
Yeah, Conan's good.
Yeah, sounds good.
yeah,
I
it's
think we
fine.
covered it really well.
Oh, I thought we did a
you think-
deep dive into
Can
what
we like
Conan
roll
was.
up a server and have like an 8.5-bit server?
Yeah, you can do that.
Would it be good
The
with-
building is there actually is a bit to say about it, but I
Yeah.
won't go into it because whatever.
Can I
And we
have-
have mentioned the basics before.
I have labia as wings?
The thing that's good. The building's very good.
He just skipped over it.
Yeah, like, just quiet. The building's very good. The lore is good. If you like the universe, it's good. The combat's quite solid. Like they were like putting new combat before they released, and because unlike Age of Conan I liked, but it was servers hosted an MMO, so the latency was an issue. This could be all hosted locally because it's all this server. So the concept actually feels a little dated now because it's been in development for a long time, but it is a good open world.
Sounds
survival
better than
game.
Rust.
I enjoyed it a lot more than Rust.
Fuck
And
Rust.
you can go slave dancers and make them dance naked in your house.
Oh, nice.
But,
more could you want?
But is there a labia slider?
There is no labia slider.
Fuck
Boo.
this. Boo. Do your lips
Equal
hang
right.
low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie him in a knot? Can you tie him in a bow? Can you toss him over your shoulder like a regimental soldier? Do your lips hang low? Okay. whilst I was on holiday, because
Yeah.
I took my Switch dock with me because I assumed there would be a television.
There was no television.
and there was 2 televisions.
Well, that's
And
twice the
there was
television you
internet,
need.
which meant, of course, Jackbox time. And
Ah,
I had not actually played
because
any
if you
Jackbox yet.
think you know other trivia games,
Then you aren't
don't
aware
you-
of Jackbox.
Jackbox. Man, I hope like one person gets that. Just one. Just one.
One person gets it. So we played like 3 of the games, and I had to check the
Yeah.
name of one of them. So Fibbage 3 was one of them.
No,
which
Fibbage is always a
Fibbage
winner.
is good. It always
Yeah.
works. What I loved was, so my mother-in-law, we're like halfway through the first game, and she does not fucking get it. Like
Okay.
she's entering. It's like, but what do I like? She didn't understand why she was doing what. But once it clicked, it was great. But also, we discovered that my mother-in-law just like every like submission. So if you don't know Fibbage is they'll pose a scenario question with a blank in it, and then you come up with your answer. And then all the answers are displayed on the screen, including the real answer, and then everyone votes on what they think the real answer is. And so you get points for getting the correct answer, but also you get points for people picking your lie.
if you can pick a good,
So all of her submitted answers were things like, it's like, oh, and it's like, and the person who was known for creating the phonograph was James blank.
yeah.
And all of us were like, fuckwit.
Nice.
Like, all-
I feel like there's some really kind of suppressed rage
Oh,
that
I
came
loved
through.
it. I love like, and the thing is, she didn't win any game, but she always won like the best, the funniest answer
Yeah.
award at the end, because all of hers were just abusive. It was great.
It sounds like it was some kind of outlet for it.
It was. I think she really enjoyed that.
Aw, that's nice.
I did too. Then we briefly played Civic Doodle, which is not a great game, but I think it's a good exercise. The concept being that you are making graffiti around a city, and it'll take 2 people from the group, and they'll give you a blank wall at first with a squiggle, like Mr. Squiggle. Here's the thing. Now you've got 20 seconds to make a drawing out of this. Then someone else gets to vote on it, and then the winning drawing then gets passed on to 2 more people. And so you keep building on the same drawing until it makes the final piece of graffiti. And there's points, but the points don't really matter.
None of the points matter in this game.
Yeah, it's more of a collective drawing, just like having fun with things. And that was kind of funny, but it's not a good game as such. Then the one that I thought was kind of the most interesting game was called Monster Seeking Monster. This is a dating game. And the main mechanic
seen you
in
play
it
this
is
one.
text messaging. So everyone picks an avatar, and then everyone is randomly assigned a monster ability. So it might be things like, if you go on a date with someone that was rejected the night before, you get an extra point or something. So I was trying to get the most points by the end. So each round you get 4 messages that you're allowed to send to anyone in the group to try and set up a date. And then at the end of everyone gets to pick who they want on a date with. And if both people want to do the same date together, they get to go on a date and you get points. But really what this is a hidden information communication game.
How many people did you have playing?
We only had 4. And the thing is, we didn't get through the game because I thought this was super interesting. Did not land at all for anyone else.
Yeah, see, because I played this one as well.
Yeah.
And I think we had 5 people playing. Or one of them was a robot, like the AI.
Yeah, they had the robot in. Yeah.
And it didn't really land with us either. And I felt like it was with enough people.
Maybe
it would
if you had the full cast, it might work.
It would have worked a bit better. But I think it was... I felt like it was almost a bit uncomfortable. Like the premise of it.
Well, that's what... Because I was playing... Everyone else playing was part of the same family because they were with my in-laws. And they were like, this is weird, like dating my brother.
Yeah.
I'm like... But you're not dating... Like, you're monsters in a thing. How can you not separate it as a game? But it is a problem.
Yeah, no. Yeah. And that was... this because there's a bunch of people, there's a bunch of couples. And it felt weird. Like, it just didn't really like playing it that much. Like,
I think it would have been a great PAX game.
If it was, I think it'd actually be better with strangers.
That's the
No. Because I think maybe you need some time to acclimatize to the game, and that's what people don't give it. I don't think. I mean, because I haven't finished it, I don't know how it works. But I love conceptually it because the thing is, the text messages aren't the only talking you can do in the game.
You can just talk.
You can just talk,
Yeah,
but that's your secret talking, and you're limited to what you can say in the secret. So while at the beginning everyone's just saying something silly, it's like you can this is a real interesting gaming structure of passing notes between people and trying to both work with other people and then backstab people.
I felt it was some really interesting mechanics there, but it just did not land generally with an audience.
Yeah,
Like
maybe just people need to be more huge sluts like Paul, where they don't care.
Yes.
I
think
strangers. I reckon strangers would be.
Yes. That's the tax game.
I think the first message I sent was to my brother-in-law, where I said, "Lisa doesn't love me anymore. Let's fuck." And he did not choose to go with me on a date.
Because it shows the messages as well, doesn't it? Like on the screen.
It shows the successful date messages.
Yeah.
So if you don't get a successful date, I don't think it shows them. But once the robot was in there, everyone else just tried to date the robot. So the robot was super successful.
Oh, well, that's just online dating at the moment, right?
Yeah. The bots have got it all.
It's actually like some Russian bot.
Yeah. So I would like to get like an 8-player game going and see if it works.
Yeah. I think getting a free drinks into people as well.
Yeah.
I think just to kind of, because I think that initial awkwardness you could overcome and just get into like, it's a game, whatever. But I found it just didn't really work. Like it was just too...
I mean, like, you're definitely right. That's what happened with our game. That's why it didn't continue. People were just like, couldn't get into the theme of it.
It's a very interesting game.
I thought it was a really cool idea and a great setup and a different usage of the mobile phone thing, because everything else is just submission, but to have secret messages between people, I thought it was like, hey, this is different. This is an interesting idea.
Maybe it's a pervert's game, is what Cal says.
Well, everything I like is a pervert's game, isn't it? James, would you like to mention your experiences with Destiny 2 Warmind?
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I
think
because
I think
I'm
after
joking.
Wait. Let me start the timer.
Okay.
Get ready for the Destiny 2 minute.
I'll keep it shortish.
No.
Do I have a minute? Do I literally have a minute?
The Destiny 2 minute and go.
Okay. So after the last DLC, that one had issues when it landed. It was quite short. The area was quite small. And afterwards, there wasn't really a lot of reasons to kind of keep playing. This one kind of does a bit to correct that. The writing is atrocious when you play the single-player campaign.
Joy.
It's about 5 missions. Destiny will continue to have a really, really awesome universe with a terrible, terrible delivery.
Oh, it's very pretty.
The actual story of all the races and everything is fantastic. But this they don't know how to...
It's just the lore.
The lore is great. They just don't know how to tell the story.
Okay.
But once you're through that, they've done a better job on the area this time. Like, it's much bigger. It's not huge, but it's bigger.
So it's just like an unlocked area, is it?
Oh, it's just like a new region.
Mars polar ice caps, isn't it?
Mars polar ice cap.
Oh, nice.
I'm just helping you.
Yeah. So the thing with this so far that I've liked is that there's a lot of it's basically a big treasure hunt afterwards. Like, there's lots of hidden little things to find and explore, little missions to pick up. I don't know. Like, it's definitely...
Okay, and I've just turned his mic down because it's a minute.
You're so mean.
I'm done. No, it's fine.
I turned you back up.
Yeah, I'm done. I honestly wanted to try and get that thing in a minute. How'd I go?
Yeah, you did good.
You kind of waffled around. I think you could have got some more information out there.
No, I got what it was.
Good.
That's really all I want.
Maybe we need to do this more.
Yeah, I like it.
You have a minute. Go!
Yeah, I need to get better at that. I think that should be a new section.
So,
game in a minute.
Yeah.
I do have now I have my phone up, I do have a message from Lisa outside this door.
Yeah.
And there's a dead lizard in the lounge room.
Oh, no.
So, watch out.
Puppies.
I had a grasshopper in there. Oh, actually, I need to get, because I don't let them attack the lizards, so I'm going to have words with those people. But they might have found a dead lizard. That's also a possibility.
I don't know if they could catch one.
Well, fine. They are kind of unco. So we'll see.
Dusty's pretty good jumping.
He's a good jumper.
Not as good at lizarding.
No, he's not a
Toasters, he was pretty sleepy today.
Okay, so... Oh, man. I didn't talk about that game last week, and I don't think I'm going to talk about it this week.
You got a minute.
Oh, that might solve the problem.
Right, give me the timer. Give me the timer. You got 1 minute, buddy.
So we need to reset the timer.
All right, you ready?
And go.
All right, go.
Okay, so Lightfall is a platformer game which came out on the Switch as well as PC. It is kind of interesting in that you don't have a double jump. What you do is I think you have a quadruple jump, but you don't do a jump. You add a platform in the air, and you don't get any more platforms until you touch the ground again. Yeah. You also have ability to move blocks, so to block lasers and stuff. Problem being that the levels are 10 minutes long. And they're just not that interesting to engage in, and they want you to replay them, and I don't want to replay levels that long. I want Super Meat Boy 10 second long levels.
10 minutes.
It's silhouettes, and I think silhouette art is overdone in platformers, and I just could not get into it. I tried,
Done. 40
40
seconds.
seconds.
Okay.
You got-
Lightfall.
Yeah.
I got 20 seconds to waste. Yeah. I keep wanting to do it because apparently it's got something, but I can't find what's interesting about
Yeah.
it. It's cool style. Oh, not cool style.
No.
The adding platformers is...
No, that sounds interesting.
adding
I like
platforms
that.
is interesting, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's that interesting in practice.
Reminds me of an anime. One of the magical girls couldn't fly, so she figured out how to use her magic to put platforms underneath her feet so she could jump instead of flying.
Sounds like it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Jumping is a lot of energy.
It is.
Like, I'm going to be 2-3 jumps.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm just
But
sitting on the
later
platform
on,
having
she
a
figures
nap.
out how to use it as like a boost. So she'd be boosted into the air and then another boost and then another boost.
And then, unfortunately, her labia gets snagged on
Oh,
awkward.
painful, very
But
painful.
that reminds me of what I was thinking about today. So
What is the labia?
I got a game pitch. You
yeah,
set
you're
this
the
precedent.
instigator of this one.
Yeah. So I had a game idea today.
Yeah.
So first person shooter with one gun, and the type of shot you do depends on how long you hold the fire button down for.
Okay.
So if you just go click 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 click, it's just like a widespread close range, whatever in front of you, and the longer you hold it down, it focuses into then eventually like it focuses into a focus shot, into then zooms in
yeah.
a sniper rifle, and so it's just like
context sensitive fire.
yeah, like. So, because I can't be bothered, I don't have the skills to make that, and James
So you can
isn't
go
going to
further.
bother.
You can
If
have it
someone
so
else
like
can do it.
if you hold
Please
them
do
and
it.
swipe down, you could do like a smash on the ground.
I could do
No,
a cool
too much,
gun.
too much.
No, you want two.
No. Like, it's analog between. So it's like
Oh,
it's like a hand cannon.
Yeah.
Then it's a shotgun. Then it's just like a standard sort of distance rifle sort of shot.
Yeah.
Then it's a long distance rifle. Then it's a sniper. Depending, and like that can't just be 2 seconds between each the closest and the furthest. But
Yeah, it's an interesting little mechanic.
yeah.
Probably pretty quick to prototype something like
yeah,
that.
let's do it. Or someone else do it.
Or someone else do it.
Don't pay me for it
Because
but just-
ideas are worthless.
Yeah, send me a key for the game.
I can make a cool gun for that.
Maybe. It transforms. It's just a gun that opens wide and then closes.
that's
It's
the plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, my brain's solving it now.
let's get in there and do it. Okay.
Keep going.
So, anything else anyone wants to talk about?
I had some
Stardew?
Stardew Valley co-op.
How is the co-op?
It's surprisingly solid given it's a multiplayer game, non-multiplayer
single-
game. They've put in multiplayer too.
So someone else can just join into your world?
Yes, so it's drop-in multiplayer. So Cheryl has been playing because she loves the shit out of Stardew Valley, and so she just starts a server. I can join the server. I make a character on her server. You don't bring in your own character or anything
okay.
like that. They have to have a certain number of houses in their farm, and it really is like you're helping them. So you don't have like your own money. We discovered quite early, like it's a shared money pool. Because I went and bought some red shoes. He's like, "Where'd the money go?" Like, "Oh, I guess it's shared money." Oh well.
Do you like my shoes?
Sorry.
Did you say, do you like my shoes?
They're red shoes. They were pretty good shoes.
Nice.
I actually accidentally bought them. I could have clicked on the wrong thing.
No, you meant to buy cute red shoes.
Yeah. But apart from that, it's Stardew Valley. Having an additional hand in is useful. Like, someone can go and water all the plants. I don't know if
Well, she goes out and socializes.
yeah, like I just like being on the farm and doing the
Yeah.
fishing. I actually don't really care about talking to anyone
No.
else. Like she's talking about, I'm going to go woo this person. It does open the option for like, oh, you think you're going to woo that person, do you? Not if I have anything to do with
You're
it.
going to swoop in and take
You're
their love
gonna go in
interest.
and take it. Yeah.
Oh, that would
Yeah.
be very competitive
But
between
it-
me and Sam.
I liked that they did a good job at like you have to be on the same screen or anything. Like I wasn't sure the limitations given that it was hacked in after release, what the limitations were going to be on the multiplayer. But like even we went and did like the dungeon, and it was all procedurally generated correctly. Like it was because those things were randomly generated.
Yeah.
I could go down through the levels and everything was there. Like all the state was saved and that kind of stuff. So it's pretty smooth. There was a couple little because it's in beta.
Yeah.
But no real major bugs. Like it's all been pretty solid. So it's looking
That's
pretty
great.
good for the Switch version. I mean, it'd be nice if you could have a character that you brought in and out.
Yeah.
But it's just unless things change for the Switch, it's just going to be start a server, join
Yeah.
the server.
Be
And
cool.
So that's why it's more like drop-in co-op than it is like a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the sound of it.
Yeah, it was smooth. It worked. Yeah, it was fine. Yeah.
So in incredibly minor news,
Yes.
there was a leak of the cover art for the Xbox version of No Man's Sky,
Oh yeah.
and it has
Next on the word next on it,
it has 3 astronauts standing next to each other.
so you can actually see each other.
Maybe,
Hopefully.
it seems like that would be a pretty strong indication
Yeah.
that they actually
that's
have
good. I mean,
simultaneous co-op.
that's really the bit they need.
Hey, if they can hack that into the original game, fucking amazing.
Well, they've been working towards it.
Yeah, I kind of just didn't trust that they could actually do it.
Yeah.
I thought they might have needed a sequel to do
I've been
it.
seeing the groundwork there that like they're working towards it.
Yeah.
As soon as you got the little lights synchronizing and moving around, it's like, well, there's data being sent and things moving
Synchronizing the world seems like the trouble.
around. Yeah, that's the.
But I suppose if it's really still only in the instance that you're creating and not to the world, the universe as a whole, I guess
Yeah.
that's more doable.
Yeah.
If you instead of meeting up at a planet, if you join up with somebody's instance, then that
you
makes
just
more
jump
sense.
in or something like that.
Yeah, you just get local data off
Yeah.
that person.
I'm really hoping they get much better planet generation because that's the like.
You've played it in the somewhat recent time, haven't you?
Yeah, but I want there to be. I don't want it to just be one amorphous blob of a planet. Like I want there to be like continents. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like it needs to be like the Earth is not just Australia. Like there's climates and things
If
like
only.
that.
I thought they got a bit better than that, but I haven't.
It's
looked at it
definitely better
myself.
because I did play it a little while ago, and it definitely felt the planets were more interesting. But still, they don't feel like planets.
They never had actual, like, nothing that felt like it was generated from an ecosystem. It was
No.
just, here are some
No.
random things thrown together.
Yeah, it's like there will be whatever 8 creatures on this, and these 8 creatures will exist across the whole planet.
And planets are a single biome.
yeah, basically, I want more biomes on the planet.
Yeah.
and I think that would
But that's not how sci-fi works.
no, it doesn't.
This is the frozen planet.
Yeah.
This is the hot planet.
It's true.
This is the jelly planet.
Yeah.
Jelly.
Yeah, I would like it if they got a little bit. I'd like it if it could scratch the same itch that Elite does. Like if they went more,
Like, oh no, sorry, I was going to make a Sky Citizen thing, and then I realized that
Elite
then I realized
works.
that Elite's an actual game.
yeah, that one's fun to play.
Yeah.
I'm still playing it. I just don't talk about it because there's nothing else to say
yeah,
about it.
you only get Elite
minute.
20 seconds.
Yeah,
Aw.
it goes down. Maybe that's the rule. Like every time you mention a game again, you like lose a certain percentage of time.
Oh no! By the time
you're-
Spyro
you're
comes
fucked,
out, she's
Amy.
going to be down to
And
like
we're
3
gonna-
seconds.
We're going to backdate this.
I hate you guys.
So what? So now that the Spyro remake is finally released, Amy, what do you think? Well, that's
Oh,
enough time to
thanks.
have the Spyro
Really
today.
in-depth. Thanks, Amy.
Fun. Okay, well, we've exceeded our time for today. Well, we don't actually have a limit. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Cal got bored and left.
Let's just
Yeah.
sit here and fart for the next 5
Yeah.
minutes.
But-
I don't wanna. That's gross. It smells bad.
Fair enough.
I got nothing. She's absolutely right.
Let's put a hold on the fart plan. Good job, Amy. Okay, thank you
Hold
for
your
watching or
pants.
listening to 8.5bit. You can catch our website, 8.5bit.com, our Facebook and
Discord.
Twitter. Join our Twitter.
We have a Twitter?
Discord.
Oh, yeah, we
Of course we have a Twitter,
Yeah.
but we don't do anything
No,
with
I
it.
don't use
Join
Twitter.
our Discord. The Discord is quite active, so that's discord.8.5bit.com.
You can listen to us live. You should-
You can join in on the live show. You can just have some fun with us. Subscribe to us on iTunes or any other service. Leave us a review because reviews help us share the love.
Like and subscribe.
Gloobity globbity
Oh,
glue.
that's what they say on the YouTube thing.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, apparently you meant to.
Click here to subscribe.
Yeah. Click subscribe.
There's like 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's moving. Can you make them move?
Oh,
No,
are
you
those
can't
the invisible labia that you see hanging in front?
They're everywhere.
They're-
Is our show title going to be Invisible Labia?
It is
Could
now.
What was
That's how you get them hits. Hashtag invisible labia.
That's not what I wrote, but that could be
That's what it says.
better. Okay, well, everyone enjoy your genitals however they are. No body shaming here. Do what you want.
Except you, Eric.
Poor Eric.
You just know that there's no real Eric. My nephew's called Eric.
Oh, yeah.
You jerk.
But let me tell you, I've had some stories about his freaky genitals. They are to be ashamed of. So thanks
Ouch.
everyone. I've been your host Paul,
I've been James.
I'm still Amy.
and we'll catch you all sometime in the future. Still before E3.
Okay.
And Pax.
We'll do our pre-3.
Well, yes, very much before PAX because it's not soon.
I'm excited, okay?
you got a 6 months of excitement ahead
Jesus,
of you.
this is what she does.
You actually spat at me a little bit there.
She's locked onto Stalker 2. She's like, oh, I can't wait! Just 3 more years.
Wherever you get-
Fucking hell! Can't wait.
Sorry.
The future should be now, and everything should
I've been
be
having
with
dreams
me.
about Pax.
You know, you're going to get to talk about it half the time now.
I don't care. It's Pax.
I might go. I don't know.
We'll see.
Fare thee well.
See ya.
ASMR. Goodbye. Very,
click.
very quiet. Click, 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 click. I can't click.
Bang!
Fuck me. Jesus, my ears.
Sorry.